say pea stain?
Pea something.
Y'all are gross.
Hoyo!
Where you going?
When I say 80, you say 4. I'll never say it.
Why would you?
I don't need to, I just told you.
Why? But why 84?
Session
Just the-
84.
Oh.
On principle,
put those dots
anytime
together
someone
real
tells
quick.
me to say something, I don't say it.
I just don't believe that.
I
we're
just
such a
stare
guy
at them
that high.
blankly,
I just
blink
don't believe
both eyes out of sync.
Yeah.
it.
Previously on Don't Trust Me! The group is less formally introduced to Churchill, a higher-ranking... Alright, does anyone wanna... What's everyone doing? Listen,
What?
you skipped the cutscene, fucker.
We're gonna have
It's on
Are we about to have
4.
Restart.
you think I'm joking? I'm done.
No.
They shut the fuck up.
Still looking for my.
The group is less formally introduced to Churchill, a higher-ranking merc amongst the Rasa de Lo personnel. The party quickly halts the vessel in order to retrieve a missing weapon of Maud's. Back in Staniska, the presence of Lua is reached. She returns the device with minimal resistance, claiming not to provoke ire amongst the region's more dangerous factions, in which she was unaware of the group's affiliation. The party tentatively agrees to help Lua join the vessel, with having strong allies greatly helping in upcoming battles. Dogma, being introduced to her, sneaking aboard, shows intense hostility towards the cause of strife within the desert territory. After contemplating, Dogma keeps Lua aboard. As they depart from the station and back in their rooms, Church is interrogated on their origins. The evening proceeds uneventfully aside from some character interaction, along with Lua teaching Maud better ways to control his Galdo. As night appears, the party reaches the bed. As the group leaves, they're left to decide if they want Rasa de Lo's help and incur Henri's ire, or go at it alone. As the party approaches the gates of this large facility, they notice the insignia of LOA on the doors
Loa.
of this facility.
Ah.
They're making noise at Creek.
Is that the yell for
It's
the
Lula's
audio?
house. Her name is just spelled weird.
It's Loa. Yeah, it's pronounced Loa.
She forgot how to spell her own name.
Oh.
No, I'm mad because I know what that stands for, but I don't remember.
Legion of America.
LOA?
Yeah.
That was Lucy.
Legion of the Americas.
Lucy Audubon.
You're very close. Lucy Auburn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Remember we had a whole mini session dedicated to her.
Yeah.
We sure did.
Praise be to Terse.
Did we?
I didn't expect that was her origin story when we went into that.
You know what? Things happen.
Things happened.
Anyway.
Everybody died.
Except for Lua.
Bitch.
Alrighty,
She
alright.
hiding away.
Okay. Exiting this facility, once again, you're greeted with this, exploring the building a little bit more around. This is kind of a freaking deep pull here. You guys, any of you guys played Abe's Exodus, the old PlayStation 1 game? No. I'll find a picture.
I've heard you talk about
Played
it.
Stranger's Wrath.
Fuck that game. I don't want to
Why?
play a freaking hopping dude.
No.
Oh, Stranger's Wrath, that's the Western one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I thought you were talking about the Munches.
No,
Honestly.
Munch Butt Odyssey.
Munch butt.
What?
Apparently it's weird.
And I don't like it.
And just tastes like grass.
It upset me. Remember we went and made a bunch that were just, I did a bunch out. And so I just got what I could. And I was like, I usually like bigger things.
Just let me
It's like,
put the fuck
once you remember what it tastes like, it's not bad. But if you don't remember and you just try it, you're like, this is greenery.
Mm-hmm.
greenery.
So like weed.
I don't think beers and weed taste the same.
No, not like
No, put
weed.
that
A weed.
Oh.
Not cannabis.
I'm like, I don't know what kind of weed you've been smoking or eating.
We
We're in
really like
Kansas,
it
you get
so.
what kind of weed you can get.
That's interesting. It's like subtle.
And it's kind of bitter.
See the building on the far right? It's the best I can do. I'm sorry. It's kind of similar esque, like kind of built up like a pine cone. It's not like the other village you saw. It's more of a facility. It's more of a building.
So it's
that
just this.
It's just it's just there.
Okay.
You just knock on the little door, and little tiny people come out.
Cool.
That's kind of the structure of it. Maybe
It's
like
actually
I
this
said,
big,
less
too.
mechanical, more of the rusted overtones you guys are used to at this point. But at the same time, you guys reach this and you see this insignia kind of plastered over it in this weird graffiti, which is odd. Churchill,
Yes.
make a perception check. Farkle.
Yahtzee.
That is a 24.
Ooh.
There are usually a specific surveillance system here. There's alcoves that are divvied up above the door, several feet above, kind of like like surveillance, like watchtowers that are built into the building. That normally, when Rossello shows up, greets the party and allows the door to be opened. They're not there.
Something's not right here. Normally they have lookouts up there, and she'll motion up towards the alcoves. Is there any tracks or evidence of recent comings and goings out here in front?
Okay. With that, with your perception check of 24, I'll let it carry over for you. You do, you have the ones that you've tracked up above here, and you don't necessarily see, footprints, which is weird if someone had been coming and going. But you would notice, just with that good of a roll, kind of the sand that lies outside of this is slightly smoothed over more than normal, as though air from above has blown it back a bit, smoothed it out, kind of decreased the ridges and the small micro dunes that make this up. Like something flew overhead, maybe.
I think some aerial transport has arrived here recently, which is not something that happens very often out here.
Right.
Is there? I'm assuming we're in front of a large door here that leads inside.
Yeah,
That can only be
it
opened
seems
from
more
the
like kind of a because this is built as more of a facility. This actually has technology behind. This is an automated door that would rise up into an area where it would go away from view, somewhere built in between the two walls. So yeah, it seems like not something you just open up by hand, but by something that would need to be opened up.
How do the walls of this place look?
The walls of it.
Yeah.
You notice that insignia as well. Checking around there. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
My main question: do they look climbable?
A climbable.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. As you survey the areas underneath these alcoves here, you as a rogue, you can make it up there.
Okay.
You're gonna have to roll again, but I can, if I need be, that's a way in. If
Yeah.
that's the option if that's the road I'm gonna go down.
I'll turn to the party and say, well, I can at least get up there and see what it looks like, if that would help, or get up there and throw down a rope for the rest of you.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, you go get him, buddy.
I can
So,
use my Sojin to get up there, but
wait,
that's
what is-
a waste.
Pardon me, Churchill, what's it?
Yes.
This Samba talking to you. This is the normal way you enter this facility?
No, the normal way is they see us coming and approve access, but there's nobody here to see us this time around.
Interesting. Maybe it's just because we're late. Something I didn't mention again about the facility is that you guys are right up against the Black River. It's the source of this horrible dust storm that kind of coats the horizon right above this stream of this muddy mixture of of tainted water and black sand that you've been warned about this time is kind of just rushing in a downward slope into this massive hole in the side of this facility.
The river is.
Just pouring into it.
Okay.
Yes. Into the side of it.
And so is there like on the other side it's coming out, or like is this the end of the river?
From the way you're standing right now, you can't tell.
Okay.
You guys are kind of sitting at your southern end of it here, where you guys approached. The cruise ship of Rasa de Lo is underground at this time. They never resurfaced for this.
We just jumped.
For all you know, they're not even here anymore.
Yeah.
Did we get a long rest between now and the last
We have
session?
not.
Okay. Just making sure that I shouldn't
We
be
did get a
missing
short
things.
one, but nope,
Yeah.
nothing that sophisticated.
Cool. Didn't think so, but I wanted to make sure.
Okay, yeah, I'll climb up there.
Okay. Make an acrobatics check for me.
19.
A 19? Okay. With the 19, you're easily able to get up there for the most part, but it's not like it's not like you just get up there and wink and there's a twinkle. Like you do some maneuvers to get up there, and it's not exactly too quiet.
Okay.
And you notice that as you get up, so you realize like I might need to maintain my approach once I get up to this. But eventually, it takes maybe 4-5 minutes, and
Okay.
you grab this top of this alcove here, and you feel this dusty surface above, and you pull your hands, you slip them on there, this ugly metal surface, and you push yourself up here into this corridor that's lit with these burning out LED lights that just kind of rim the edges of this hallway that are running down.
Okay. First, I would look to see like if there are any like footprints or like track marks anywhere.
If we're just carrying over from before, you do see some. It's
Okay.
still incredibly dusty. This place is upkept, but you do see a spattering of footprints later, and I want you to make a history check here for me.
Me?
Yes.
Hey, that's not bad. 18.
18. You're observing this, just kind of the texture of these footprints looking around here. I'm like, okay, all of these footprints, these people are all wearing the same shoes,
Okay.
and it's shoes I've worn before.
Mm.
This is people of uniform.
Okay. Would it be like the Greycoats, the Legion, or like the Malik Assembly?
It's not the Greycoats.
Okay.
You didn't wear them much because you spent most of your time as an insurgent, but this is the
Okay.
pattern the Legion wear.
I'll find something that feels solid, tie a rope off to it, and then toss down
Easy enough to do.
for the rest of them to climb up.
If you're doing this as well, throw this down. Are all of you guys just wanting to shimmy your way up this surface here? Make a group stealth check as you do this. If you're trying to be, well, I mean, you're sneaking in
Stealthy.
rather than knocking. I'm only assuming you guys are trying
I'll
not to
sneak.
alert anyone.
Sneaky snake.
I have bad news.
Dirty 20.
Well, you can cancel me out
It's a 12 for
because
me.
I got a natural 1.
12.
29.
29?
15.
I love you.
What'd you get, Ember?
Dirty 20.
Oh yeah, you said that. And what'd you get, Kayla?
1.
Oh.
So it's a 6.
29?
Is anyone here playing for Chisholmar? Chisholmar just
I don't
left
think
on
I
the
have
ship.
his.
He's like, nope.
I don't have his character sheet to play as.
He's passed out or doing some more cocaine. Cocaine.
Playing Chisholmar. Pull him up.
Can't cats also, like, run a vertical?
That's spiders.
He goes, meow.
No, like,
Oh,
tabaxis.
he's freaking exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what a,
dang windy
what a
flash.
nerd.
Silly boy. Who gets exhausted in this campaign?
Yeah, pretty good stuff though. You?
I never do.
Yeah, that's your thing. Like he's trying to steal your thing.
I'm gonna kill him.
I mean, he stole his patron or whatever the fuck it is. So unfair.
Touche.
I didn't want to.
Yeah, oh great.
No, I did too.
and Amba.
We should call about Glorious. See how he's doing.
Just right this moment.
Right now,
No, I thought about it last week.
blow the self check.
But we had a lot going on. Mm-hmm. I tried to tell you.
God's sake. Sorry.
You're good.
We get paid by the hour. That's fine.
Kayla, your stealth wasn't amazing.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm one with the night,
Everyone pretty much makes it up here seamlessly.
or so I think.
Mm-hmm.
There's a moment where let's just say Melody, you're the last one reaching the top here, and you put your hand up here, and someone above just takes a click of their heel back and just puts the weight of their body on your fingers, and you just let out this yell.
Yep.
Just eep.
I'm a squeaky toy.
Something of the sorts here, and then it resounds down this hallway here, and you see the lights click on and off
Oh,
twice.
God.
Cool. All right, the 7 of us are up. Doing anything from here?
I whenever I do that, I go, sorry.
Bar to
So-
take you off.
The LED lights that are kind of lining the hallway, that's what flickered twice.
Yeah, and they're not like bright like a Chevy behind you tailgating you. They're like the ones underneath the seat of a movie theater, just barely functioning here.
Fair enough.
Okay.
So like
But it
we
was
get
like
up and
rhyth-
it's
it
just
was
like
rhythmic.
a hallway,
Mhm.
right?
Like a blinker on your car, like.
Like a signal.
And it's just
Just
a
like
hallway
hallway.
down that kind of proceeds into darkness here.
Just like one hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Anybody got dark vision?
Nope.
I don't. Why does nobody have dark vision?
But we're all humans, Kyle.
Does Chiz have
We're not
dark
just freaks
vision?
like you. I'm sorry, it was very hard.
Yeah, I was like, jeez. Oh, he
Does
does have
Trisha
dark
have it?
vision. Chisholm will look down the hallway here and say, "Alright, let me just give myself a peer here." Well, I say that is not good.
What do you?
Care to elaborate?
I'm done doing the impersonation. You might as well stop.
Do it again.
No.
I was gonna say
Capture
it
the
as
moment.
well.
Be quicker next time.
It was good. It's
But
recorded.
probably well, you can just. Why don't you have a conversation with him? It's
I
like
don't want to talk
you
to
don't have to fake the freaking moment.
What do you see?
It says that it becomes less about what you see and it becomes more about what you hear. You hear
Oh, there's people coming.
the sound of marching in your direction. Fast.
Scatter.
I quickly like push like these 3 and me in front of the Malik people.
The Malik people?
Yeah.
In
The
front
peop-
of the Legion
people
guys.
who
Okay.
the people who work or have worked
And
for
that,
Legion.
everyone who's not you, Amba, and Churchill, essentially, right?
Yeah. Well, like I have worked with.
Oh,
them,
and
so,
Chisholm.
like,
There's only
so like I would step up too, cause like
you're
I,
not in uniform.
3 of us.
Yeah, but like
So yeah, at least you're taking charge, sort of, in this scenario.
maybe not necessarily taking charge, but just like trying to hide away the like Malik people,
Mm.
so that way like.
Okay, here in this moment, Amba's gonna at least pull himself over the edge here, so he's not visible and just kind of hang on by his fingertips. I don't know if anyone else that's not Legion affiliated wants to do that. But you don't have to do nothing. Oh, that's not bad.
This is the facility at the bed, right?
This is the bed.
Okay. Yeah.
This is, you would know this is not a Legion facility. Churchill, this is bizarre.
Okay.
Yeah, and I guess when we got up here, I probably would have said like, made a comment about the footprints
Mm-hmm.
in the ground and them being Legion boots, just so then everyone knows.
All right. Wait. Are Legions the good guys? Bad guys? Is everybody bad guys?
Kind of.
Everyone's corrupt in some way.
We
It's like a
don't want
power
the Legion,
struggle.
It's not a perfect
but we don't
world,
want the
okay?
assembly.
So the three of
We
us
don't really
were
want
going to be
anyone.
Legion. And then all of this happened.
Okay, so Amba ducks down. At this point, you see several figures rush forward here in these cerulean blue uniforms here. All of us, at least the people in the party that are Legion, never really, at least not Maud. Maud did a long time ago. Never had an opportunity to wear these, aside from like a couple moments during, like rallies while you were being trained at the barracks. These figures come forward here with these laced up vests here. You see a lot of the jackets that these guys have for their uniforms have been modified due to the heat. Like a lot of sleeves have been bastardized a bit just to give their freaking armpits some room here, and they have these.
So they're all just all wearing cut-offs.
And they have these marked up bandanas that wrap around them here, and they come forward here, and they have these blasters that have these cores on them here that light up this bright blue that come forward here, and you see that blue emanate from the barrel of the gun as they're brought right up to you guys. And as you hear just a clamoring, there's about 4 of these men that come up here, and they shout, and just all asynchronous, like, combinations of freeze, don't move, everybody stay where you are. Those positions right here.
Did Fuzzy come with us, or is he still on the boat?
I don't think anyone specified, so I'm gonna have him stay on the boat.
Okay.
I thought he was on the boat.
I mean, that would be a good key. That would
You know,
be
he's kind of a mess right now.
yeah.
He can barely walk.
It'd be a really easy way to get out of this situation.
Yeah.
Freeze, what are you doing here? Here's an Arcanite of your people.
Why didn't you just say so? Join the buffet.
They're just giving those things away. That doesn't mean
Yeah, Church will bring up a riot shield as they come around.
Okay. So as they run up and clock everyone here, they check several civilian-looking people here. Someone wearing a Malik Moon Lantern uniform.
Yep.
And all their attention immediately pulls to you.
The name's Traitor. The name's Traitor. Was it
Drake was Malik, Traitor was Legion, Beckett's now.
Was it Scope? Was Scope the one that?
Scope was, yes.
Okay. The name's Traitor. I went undercover under the command of Scope, and I found myself here.
Okay. First of all, make a persuasion check. This is going to be an interesting DC.
I'll say
26.
I'm also in the Legion.
Okay. So you
I
say
know,
as well.
you've also
I'll give you
believed
advantage,
it.
although that was a pretty good roll.
Okay.
If Maud, you're going to speak up as well, what are you going to say? Just that? Just
I
as
am
eloquent,
I don't have any
As
anything
eloquent
as
as-
impressive to go on.
as
I
a
will
charisma
pull-
based.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my Legion like credit card ID thing.
So you start reaching for your pockets.
Okay. Sorry, thank
Yes,
you. Good
do
point.
it. Do
I'm
it.
trying to think of like.
Does one of us
Maybe
still have the
this will
gold card?
change
I
your
don't think so.
mind.
You
Flip the
redefine
coat back.
you redefine the term "me too." Oh wait, not "me too." What is it? I can't breathe in this
Yeah.
age.
Oh.
For sure.
Fuck.
Nailed it.
You're fine though.
Deep
Yeah.
cut.
What
Sorry,
Did-
she's not black.
No, I'm not.
did somebody have the
No, it is very
the
white.
gold card, or did we give that back to Fauna?
Don't freaking. Hostile
Hostile
has the
has
gold
it.
card.
No. You kept
But we do have our Legion credit cards.
You do have stuff if you need to,
Your
but
money's no
so
good
you
here.
said 26.
Yeah, but I mean, it shows
Yeah.
like who we are.
Sure.
Because there's a moment here, and you see looks about the two of them here, and then the one that's kind of standing in the back, who has more of a trim to his coat here. This kind of darker yellow trim that runs across the collars of it here. Pulls forward the gun here and gets right up in your face in here and says, "Identification. You said scope.
Yeah.
Have you been tagged?"
Do I know what that means?
Investigation check.
It's been a while since we talked to Legion people.
He just touches it back and goes, "You're it."
And we're all like, oh.
You said investigation.
Yeah.
19.
Okay. And as this is happening, you'll see IDs from everyone here right now.
I
Now I'll reach for
I'll-
my ID.
I'll grab it.
I
I'll grab it.
comply.
Okay, compliance. Churchill, what are you doing during this time?
So there's 4 of them, right?
There's 4, yes.
Fireball.
Don't tempt me. I
Power
have
word
that
kill.
ability.
Times 4.
What if we just did it twice? It's fine.
That's the backup. That's plan C, at least.
Plan 1
Are
and
they all standing within 20 feet of each other?
Okay, and you guys produce yours, and as the several of the members pull and grab a hole in here, and they say,
Don't have to yank it.
they give a nod to grab it from you, from Ember as well. Amba is past his stealth check. He is hanging off the edge.
Can we like also
You know
try
what?
to be like
I'm gonna have
cover his
Chismar
hands?
doing the same exact thing.
Very
That
Cloud
seems
Man
like
of
something
you.
he would do.
Very Cloud Man.
We would literally be having just a conversation. They were like, dude, we haven't seen Cloudman in a while. What the fuck is he? We were just like,
Oh, I am here.
we just like disappeared into the.
My side character that I have tail with you guys is a Deus Ex Machina. If you guys fuck up too much, I'll say something with them. Amba's like, hold on, this is what they need to say. No, I'm joking. Are you staying quiet for now, Churchill?
Church will pull out her ID.
Okay.
I'm assuming the only one that she has is her own.
I'm just
Malik one.
Oh shit. Okay. You pull out, notice it here, and they turn. It's like assembly, and then suddenly it turns from you, which you are able to produce an actual ID, which is jarring to these people, just kind of seeing you in not only a uniform of the enemy, but the faction of the enemy that started the war. And they turn from you and they face over to Churchill here.
when I hear that, I'm like, we were working with some members of the assembly to get us through the desert. We were stranded below the desert and needed to make it up here. We had some intel that there may be some Arc Knights in Malindar and more northern places, and used someone from the assembly to help us cross the desert.
Church just looks at them with a smirk.
And at this point, it's up to you if you resist, but one of them is going to start patting you down, trying to search you for contraband.
Yeah.
Okay. As I go through, and you rolled a 19 as well. You do remember at one point you were stabbed in the hand by this machine that allows you to communicate with the fourth seat. And just during this, you kind of hold it out here, and one of them places this device over your hand here, and it's like, dear God, we got a reading. We're not alone. They sent someone for us.
We actually already have secured one of the Arc Knights.
What are you saying?
General Fauna.
You know that-
General Fauna is with us. Not right now, but he is. His location is known, and he's. What the fuck? Where did my? His location is known, and he's safe right now.
So, as you're being patted on, you notice one of them lifts your bat and kind of inspects it during this time. No resistance at all?
No, not yet.
Okay, so they just kind of, you see this kind of detect magic. They're checking over here, trying to see if there's anything immediately damaging to it. They kind of look over and they're like, what the, there's all sorts of shit on this thing. And so going over that, and the guy looks at you as well. You have it tagged from Bravemind. We know Bravemind is compromised. We know the capital is compromised. You say in the fauna. Where is he?
Oh, we know.
He is somewhere safe right now.
He's chilling.
He's with the caravan that helped us cross the desert.
Radio the lead. Possible allies. If one of you guys can prove it, we might have something we could talk about. But we're on high alert right now. This facility,
And he-
very compromised.
I just like lean a little closer to him and just smell me. I carried him like an hour or two ago. I'm sure the scent is still there.
Okay, I'm gonna roll because not everyone's just been up to the guy.
Right.
He leans in, his eyebrows burn off.
It's like, well, I'm Amnesia, clearly shaking hands with the guy. Okay, the guy brings in, and you do reek. Because
Yeah. If you've ever been around General Fauna, you know that that's his scent.
Unfortunately, not many of us are as
Not wrong.
lucky to have graced the presence as you have. This proves nothing. This guy clearly has no idea what the smell of fauna is. You notice kind of from his face, like, yeah, he just.
If you want to call someone up here who knows more than you, feel free.
I would like to talk to your manager.
Make an intimidation check.
Period.
Do we have anything of faunas on us? I don't think we do.
Even if we do, I don't
Fauna
think they'll believe us.
That's where
Like,
my
that's a
good,
crazy claim.
That's where my good rolls run out. That's only a 10.
I would like to step forward and
Take over.
yeah, and all do I do a spell or do I just talk?
Show them your
A modified memory, all of them.
No, I was gonna do suggestion.
Chismar definitely did not attack you all. Okay, okay, what are you doing?
Okay, so I think I am going to, let me see. Okay, that's pretty high. Okay, so I'm gonna just step forward and I'm gonna like, touch his shoulder and I'm gonna say, you and I both know that we are not your enemy. I think, what do we want to do? We want to just let him pass?
Up to you, man.
Sorry, I don't really totally think this right. Like, I pulled
Yeah,
up
just
his.
hurry it up. This church is standing there getting continuously patted down by two
It's just like they're
people.
just like grabbing their boobs at this point.
It's like, we don't know if this is real. No, that's real.
Okay, so I'm gonna just try to do an old fashioned persuade. Unless, do you think?
Make an inside check while this is happening.
Do you think we would have had any like
Yeah, it's that
voicemails? Would we
Just
have had
give
any
you dirty looks,
voicemails
but you
or
don't know what it
something from
means.
Fauna?
Can we just call
Voicemails?
Oh, because we don't have
No,
service.
like on our phone.
Almost broke
You'd
the
have to
couch.
be hostile.
We get from
Oh.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna say.
I do have the picture I drew of him that one time. Hold that out.
I'm gonna just say, would you like me to call him? He's going to probably be pissed that you disturbed his sleep. He's really needing to take a good rest, but I'm sure he can clear it all right up.
With
If you want to risk it.
with that added on, you can roll advantage to your intimidation if you'd like.
I was just thinking like, oh, I don't know what I wanted to suggest, and he'll know as soon as it's over.
That's just another 10.
Stop
Also,
rolling that
don't
dice.
Alright, I'll just try not to spell it out for you. Go ahead and just roll just a base d20, just to see if he remembers
Just a luck check.
Okay.
a perk that you alone have.
13.
You want to just copy his voice?
Oh yeah.
Is that what you wanted to do?
Oh, did something come to you? What do you
No.
got?
Yeah, it was me. I came to him.
Well, I don't think that's what he's talking about.
What?
I thought you were
Using
copying
my
his
like
voice.
master of the intrigue to just say like talk in fuzz.
Oh, I was just freaking mimic him.
I'm trying to think.
Okay.
There
I rolled
is.
lower than you, so I can just tell you if you want.
Okay. Yeah.
You have the ability to just talk to scope if you want.
Oh yeah. Right. I'll do that. I'll just reach out.
You do.
Okay, well, what do you say? As you kind of, this is weird frequency that's been installed in you against your will from that device. You try to
When did
tune
that?
back to it.
Did that happen?
There was the
during the
meteor
session?
that fell outside of Aramil's house, and that you investigated alone, and it stabbed you.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Be-
Yeah. So I'll reach out to Scope and say like, hey, we're
This
in.
must be pretty awkward for you, Dylan. Until it's like, these are just characters I've been fucking with for a long time.
We're
Scope is
in.
not in this realm at the moment. Please leave a message.
We're in Malik right now and trying to find you. We have General Fauna with us, and there's some Legion guys that are requesting proof that, like, we're here to help. You got any advice?
Okay, a beat passes as the rest of you guys are kind of being brought along to be searched at this point, just because there's a little less abrasiveness with the Legion proven folk here, just making sure there's nothing that can prove anything wrong. Your book, your tablet is examined for some other things. Maud, thankfully, the craziest item you have right now is inside of you. Not a weird way. Well, so it's not. They're not able to
Absorb it in
pilfer
your
that.
body. Yeah.
But they do go through your little bag here, and they see all these weird pills that could transform people.
Little gummies.
Yeah.
You know.
Some
I think-
food paper.
They check you. There's like a weird pair of pantyhose that's in here. It's like, what in the God's
I thought
name?
you had those on.
Are you still wearing the freaking garter belt?
I wear it at all times.
Okay, never mind. They don't find that. Well, they do find that while they're searching you. It's like, this one here is a whore.
It's on top of my clothes.
You said, oh. Well, it doesn't work if you have it permanently exposed. That defeats the point of the magic weapon. You have to flash it to them. That's what causes them to be deceived easier.
You have to wear a skirt at all times.
It's essentially just a cartoonic version of boobies.
Boobies.
Going through that, a beat passes and you hear, well, in a moment I'll pinpoint you here soon. Another beat passes. All right. I see where you are. We do have disconnected operatives. They're not in area right now. Let me. I'm transferring something to you.
Alright. Scope isn't one of the ones that got taken, right?
No.
He's
Scope stayed on the satellite city.
Okay. Oh yeah.
He's the only person that didn't get taken
Okay.
because he didn't go on the expedition with these
That's
guys.
right.
Well, Siege didn't go either, but Siege got killed, so it doesn't matter
That's right.
about Siege. And a moment passes, and you hear just kind of vibrate in your mind a series of digits, and reflexively you just say them out loud.
Okay.
And as these digits are recited out loud, one of them looks back to the gold-trimmed one. He pulls out this one of his this larger tablet phone here, and he scrolls through it. It's like, ooh, their direct order. That's cavalry. You're gonna want to come with us.
Right.
It's at this point hearing that Chizamar and Amba both seemingly pull themselves up over the edge and cause an alert again.
Oh god.
I hate them.
Just as this comes, well, they probably want to come with you.
I like to imagine the conversation of like, when should we go up? Should we go up now? This seems like the best.
Oh, it seems like they're about to go.
On
Let's
three.
wait.
Let's go.
One.
Give
Alright, neither of us moved. One of us needs to move.
everyone who's not Churchill, give an insight check as these guys here notice these two buffoons unhide themselves.
Hey, dirty 20.
Hey, a broken phone.
It's already broken. Is it inside? 11.
Mine is 19.
19, okay.
16.
Okay. 16? Okay, so Ember, you notice
220?
your biggest thing is you notice the contempt against Amba here. And you notice kind of a thing. His uniform's a bit different than Beckett's, and you can kind of tell in the back of their minds that it matches a description of someone a little bit more wanted.
Ooh.
But thankfully, your clearance here at least doesn't cause an immediate shootout.
Great.
Anyone who rolled 15 and between 20, notice that there's kind of a distinction between the way they look at you guys and the way they look at Churchill and Chizamar. I mean, the people, Beckett, feel definitely there. They kind of have a look of disgust against the folly folk here.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, there's only so much you guys can do about.
Yeah.
But as you guys assert yourselves, they kind of go up and explain themselves. And Chisholm's like, "Whoa there, there's no need for guns. I'm just here with my friends. Tell 'em, Amba." And Amba goes, "Well, do not worry. I too enjoy cosplay. No comment. The, as kind of discussion is brought about these guys here, you guys are pushed forward into the facility. As you guys pass these reams here, you'll notice as you walk past them, these LED lights that flicker across the wall kind of blink on and off as your footsteps resonate around here, as though they're reacting to the sound waves here. Kind of a weird surveillance system this place has. You tap your way through here, and eventually it opens up into more of a inward drill architecture, like you're inside it, and the floor pattern represents like a drill going downwards. Like each floor is a circle that goes deeper, like smaller than the next. You can probably compare this to like a Colosseum, maybe not much bigger than Century 2 from the inside, but it goes much further down, deeper than that, at least 10, 15 floors further down here. You do notice some, as you walk in, structural damage. When I say structural, like a cataclysmic breach, the bottom of this facility is almost completely flooded with this horrible black sandy mud that is pouring its way through and circulating around in this whirlpool-like formation. And it's coming from this huge breach that is... part of it looks like it was designed there, but then it looked like at some point that design failed, as the mechanisms that are built in have clearly received some sort of compromise and have bursted outwards here. Like a storm grate that was forcefully kicked open, but to the size of like a monster truck sized garage, and just this rush of water is pouring in and circling out at an alarming rate.
This day just keeps getting more interesting.
And Churchill, it's been a bit since you've been in here, but you do clock the fact that this place generally has more civilian life in it. This place is almost completely empty. You see rimming some of the top floor more armed figures, these Legion folk holding these phasers, these blasters with these pulsating blue lights on them here, just rimming the edges of it here. And as you guys go around the southern mezzanine of this, you're able to witness all of this go into effect, and it's very dim. It's there's no natural light accessible here. The ceiling is just kind of this welded together amalgamation of metal that seems like it was twisted by hand, like a Coke can crushed and then pulled in two different directions. Not a feat of architecture, but it's here, and it was here to serve some sort of purpose. Eventually, you guys are brought to this other corridor. You guys are brought in here, and you seem to be brought into this area that opens up into this large type of barracks. You begin being escorted into an area here that's filled with cots that go up in 3 different levels here of Legion soldiers sleeping with their uniforms hung up by their bed racks here. You see these weapons neatly placed along the sides of all of them here. You cross through all of these barracks until eventually you break your way into another room here that has a series of more cots, but there's only like 3 or 4 in this one. And one of the soldiers comes up, the one with the gold trim goes up, and he gives a hearty heel kick to the ass level part of this one guy sleeping here, and it goes death is more welcoming.
Hello.
And he rolls out here, and the same scenario plays over here. You hear ah, and a resonation of these lights just kind of flicker throughout this area here, and you hear shuffling from the other room here. The 2 other cots put forward here. This woman with this darker kind of blue tinted hair throws her hair back here, looks over, reaches for a gun. The figures that are bringing you in here are bringing their hands up right now. Stop, direct orders. Legion upper echelon, the cavalry, they sent it, finally. Oh, I'm using Alma's voice. All man bases
Everyone
are
just
Alma's.
sounds like on.
No, these guys are
Yeah,
cavalry's
stand
here.
down. We're
They're right here.
cavalry.
I'm telling you.
I got it.
I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. Anyway,
Whoops.
Jason.
As these figures come to light here, they pull themselves up. The main one, this bald figure, looks to be much older, maybe in his 60s, early 70s. Has this ray of scars, like plunging in a spiderweb formation across his hair here, like it was almost
lightning.
like honestly like it's a tattoo, but it's a raised scar formation here that kind of forms in this way, like a brand almost, but way too weird to form perfectly on the top of a head. Raises up here.
Hello.
Explain yourself. Who are y'all?
The cavalry.
Cavalry's nice, but who are you answering from?
General Scope.
Scope. And he looks over to the figure with the trim, and the figure kind of gives a nod and looks over. I'll be damned. At this late hour, too. He creaks himself up. Titus.
Traitor.
First order here. You weren't followed into this facility, were you?
Nope.
As he pinpoints eye contact with the two figures. Well, you for one, but also the figure wearing the helmet. Who Alma doesn't have it dark at this point. You can see his face, and he's just sitting there, just looking back and forth, like, "This is not my battle." All right. Well, this is honestly relieving. I guess we have some sort of way moving forward now. Well, what were your orders then? What did you bring for us?
We have General Fauna with the...
The General.
Yes.
Where is he? You guys bring him
He's with,
ship by sorts?
he's with the caravan that we used to cross the desert.
Alright. These guys didn't give you any trouble coming in here, did they?
No more than they needed to.
That's good.
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, if Fauna was with you, that would give you a much easier clearance. But
Yeah.
hey, we can't be too careful, can
he
we?
was imprisoned in a way that used his power continually, and when we found him, he was on the brink of death. So he can't really walk on his own. As of right now, he's resting and recouping from that.
You're saying he's out of commission?
Yeah, as of right now, yes.
God damn it. Shit. Some cavalry. No offense. I'm sure you're capable in your own way. Hearing it, one of the generals was found, honestly, cleared my mind a bit, but we wouldn't be in this mess if they hadn't been compromised in some way.
Correct.
You know the whereabouts of the others. Do you know anything about
We
our homeland?
we have some leads that are leading us to Malandar.
And you see this, the blue-haired one pulls out her device and begins kind of stenographing what you're saying here. Hasn't uttered a word this entire time.
What's your name, by the way?
The figure looks up at you and kind of looks over at the...
I was even just talking to the main guy who's talking to me now. The tattoo guy.
I thought he introduced himself to you.
Did he?
Yeah. Shook your hand, didn't he? Or am I just an idiot?
I don't think he said his name.
Well, I started describing him to you, thinking I was going to. Pretend that happened right after I described
cool.
this. Titus.
No, he did.
Oh,
say his
he did.
Okay, then what the fuck? You know,
My bad.
God damn it. Gaslight me?
Who are you? Who are you?
You never said this place looked like a drill?
Correct.
Anyway, he says that. So,
Okay, cool.
still Titus.
So yeah, the plan is to get to Malandar as soon as we can.
Well, I mean, that's fine and dandy. We were trying to get to Malandar. We didn't realize the storms of this river were going to impede our air support so much. We have no way to get across. We banked out here.
You guys don't know how to swim.
guys don't have a demon living in your head that blocks all the harmful things from you?
We sent a battalion in different directions to kind of mingle with the state folk in these parts, trying to at least get an establishing ground here to begin an assault on the capital. And we can't be, with our two biggest cities compromised right now. It's the only thing we can really do to give them something to shake them out, have something on their own turf. We were dispatched many weeks ago, actually. The fly over here took a bit, but as of right now, our only real travel is trying to figure a way through this storm.
So you want to launch an attack on the capital?
We can't let them get away with this.
It wasn't the assembly that did this, though.
Are you making a deception check?
Well, wasn't it the Moon Lanterns that did it?
Moon Lanterns are a faction of the Assembly. Well, the Moon Lanterns joined with the Assembly. The Moon Lanterns started this fight, but Malik is at war with them.
Okay, then never mind. I won't
Okay,
say.
okay. Well, he'll probably just say this, like, no, whoever you're disguised as, this is what they wanted. And the Assembly folk are infiltrating our cities right now.
Are you at least giving a chance for civilians to get out before you launch an attack?
I'll be honest, we've been at radio silence here for about a week now. This was the last thing we've heard from anyone.
Who is that from?
We heard several relays of automated messages, pre-recorded text sent out from, Bravemind Head Siege. After we learned about him being compromised, his direct underling sent some out as well, mostly about commandeering any sort of strongholds you can, setting up camp, and trying to find a way to push forward all in a uniform way. But ever since we got here, it's been radio silence. I don't know nothing. None of our equipment works. Our signal is completely cut. None of our technology is. And to beat that, our caravan, we flew in here, took a substantial amount of damage trying to fly through the storm. It's one of the reasons we backed up and tried to find somewhere close by. We came here hoping to find some shelter, but this place was completely abandoned when we got here. We've done a substantial search, but I mean,
How long have you been here?
we left a week and a half ago. I'd say today is day 4. I mean, we got plenty of rations. If you guys need a midnight snack, we're resting up for plans in the morning. But
And what do you have planned for the morning?
first of all, how did you guys get here? You guys didn't bring in aerial support? Some better way for us to get home?
We were able to traverse most of the desert just by being careful.
That's... How'd you traverse the ocean?
Is that how we used Rossadillo? Was like good?
No, I think
position?
I think he's literally referring to the ocean separating Malik from LOA.
Oh.
Yeah, the other
Oh.
side of the planet.
The
Okay.
actual
He's like,
thing.
couldn't have hawked past the water. That just
We
kinda
were-
keeps us away.
We were the victims.
Fucking water force jumped in.
Swim force.
Felt like swimming.
We were the victims of an unfortunate teleportation.
If I may speak up here, I'm a compromised member of the association that put our country in a bit of a shake here. I've made my reform. I was able to use a specific device that I've constructed during my stays in the LOA territories to beat a hasty retreat from a a southern city. Ended up about somewhere about a couple scores of clicks away from Al Ganasha. It would at least say 80.75 clicks. You know clicks.
Yeah, we know
I
clicks.
hate it.
Huh, we click.
Interesting.
Cultural
how we both use the
differences.
same.
I'm used to using meters, but it's whatever you want.
You click. We click.
We were able to escape here and fight our way forward here. The Arknight was captured in Al Ganasha being used for food. Surprisingly, we were able to circumvent their chain of command and escape the city with them. As far as we know, my higher-ups, who I've, with the help of my friends here, been able to hopefully deceive, believe we are escorting the Arknight there. Or at least his body. Well, if you had lesser designation, you would have received a much less warm welcome. I won't keep you up at night. I'm sure your thoughts of the people you damned are already doing that. But welcome to what's left. Hell, you can't be older than 16. What the fuck's the matter with you? Do you even know what you're doing? You wouldn't believe me if I said yes. So what's the point of talking? I know what I did. And I'm doing the right thing.
Plus, he's not 16.
He's like, isn't he older?
He's at least 18.
I'm pretty sure me and Melody are the youngest.
They are.
Yeah.
So are you?
What?
Ember's young.
Yeah, I said Ember and Melody.
Oh, I thought you said him and Melody.
No.
That's what I heard too.
I
was
said,
like,
no!
what? No!
Ember and Melody.
I'll die on this hill.
We're the youngest.
Alright. You're free to. So, like I said, you just traveled by foot across from Al Ganasha? That's over 100 miles from here.
Been a long trip.
Yep.
Make a deception check.
I was agreeing that it is a long ways away.
No, you agreed to his assumption, which was
Yes.
a lie.
Mm-hmm. That's not what I was agreeing to, but it's fine. Oh, great. Oh, that's an 8.
An 8.
Oh, buddy.
A whole 8.
Why is the first time you spoke up to try and lie? You have someone who.
I was agreeing to the mileage!
Yes, in fact, it is a long way to drive, to walk, if one were to have walked.
To travel at all.
With all due respect, that's impossible. And with a little less respect, that's bullshit.
Okay.
How'd you get here?
She said, okay.
Like I said, we traveled pretty much completely.
We almost died here by air. There's no way you got here by foot.
Souls isn't happening. Church is just like wandering the room, like looking back at the barracks and whatnot, like taking.
Are you
stock.
just observing the place this time?
Church is just observing.
Okay.
She's listening in on things, but she's
You're
also
letting
just
us,
trying.
You're
to,
letting
like,
us have the cutscene involved. You're just sneaking around.
Okay, make a perception check as you're just doing this. Right? I'm just
I
kind of silently observing the place around.
That's not great. That's a 9.
A 9. You notice as you guys kind of peek outwards here, a lot of the folk kind of rustled awake a bit. But there's no immediate disturbance. You look around here, and this place isn't too terribly altered from when you've been here before, which kind of, I guess, adds to their story of we haven't been here long, and we're not here on a quarrel. And so, at this point,
Yeah.
Titus is directly talking to you.
Yeah.
Are you guys alone?
the further up you go, the more dangerous it gets because the wind whips around and it moves sand up there and can fuck you up. Closer to the ground you stay, the safer it is.
Okay, now you roll a deception check.
I mean, technically nothing I said was false. We traveled most of the way by foot, and the closer to the ground you stay, the safer you are.
It's not true at all. Ground's horrible.
Stay on the map.
16.
Okay, 16. I just find it weird to believe you guys made it here in one piece. You didn't make any casualties on the way here, did you?
None of us, at least.
Well, with all due respect, duh. I want to say,
I hate this guy.
you see, he's old and he was in the middle of sleeping when you woke him up. He's not entirely.
Fucking boomer.
This is a crazy conversation.
How
to
dare
just
you
keep going
question
on
our
here.
lies?
Yeah. Motherfucker. Just because I rolled a 6 on my deception check?
Do you want our help or not? Like, that's what it's coming down to.
Well, I don't know what help you have to give us. What are your plans from here? What are you here for?
Like I said, we're trying to get across the river to get to Molandar to hopefully find the rest of the Arknights.
And how do you intend on doing that?
Same way we got across the desert, just
Walking.
slow and steady.
You see kind of a visible frustration on his brow here. And it's like, I can buy the story of walking, but you ain't swimming across this river.
Honestly, if I'm being honest with you, we kind of decided, we kind of just came to the conclusion that we'd figure it out when we got here. Now that we're here, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna do things the same way that we've done the whole time, and just figure it out. I mean, if you want to know my story, I walked all the way from where the engine gauntlet was to Oklahoma, underground.
That's actually true. You did do that.
If you want to talk about incredible feats of walking, like
Show you
like,
pull
look
up
at
your
these
cows.
calves.
They're freaking triangular. They're
Beckett is
Prison.
just stacked from the waist down.
Well, do we need to escort your caravan in at least? We are needing some supplies. We're not running low, but we have some to manage.
We can go back out and take. We can feed ourselves, so you don't have to worry about losing any supplies.
Okay. Churchill,
Yes.
around this time, you feel a vibration from the stone in your pocket.
She'll kind of make her way over into a little isolated corner, or maybe like, because there's a door. Like are we in the barracks? Or are we like in a room kind of off?
You're in a segregated room,
Okay.
kind of from, but it's only separated off by like this cloth that separates out in a bi-pattern here. So like I mean, anyone can just walk through it,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't see on the other side.
Mm-hmm. Looking on the other side, that's the barracks. People have kind of stirred. Is anybody fully awake, paying attention to this, or is it just like, God damn it, we're tired, we're trying to sleep?
After the blinking that occurred here, you get the idea that there would be a little more commotion if there was an immediate danger. And so some of them probably thought someone just tripped. And there's just light conversation happening. It's not like anything important.
Yeah.
Someone goes over and it's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Church is gonna step just outside the
Some
clock.
guy's readying a pillowcase full of bars of soap. Fucking private pile somewhere.
Do you suck dicks at private? You a Peter Puffer private?
So yes, Church will step right outside the cloth and put the stone to her ear, basically.
Okay. The stone in your ear. You can make a stealth with advantage if you're doing this. Because no one in here is actively looking for it yet.
That's not too bad, but that's still pretty.
And that was the advantage.
Stealth. Oh, good call. I hardly forgot about that. That was 1 point better. So not.
You're
Gonna be...
welcome.
That's an 11.
handle him? You bring it to your ear and you hear Churchill.
Yes.
Were you able to reconvene with the citizens of the bed?
That's a bit of a tricky answer there. I guess technically no. At the moment, it does not seem there are any citizens in the bed.
There's a pause. You hear a slight bit of commotion behind them. No citizens whatsoever.
Citizens, no. Legion, yes.
We'll be right there.
You might give us just a beat. These stragglers that we picked up are doing pretty decent at getting us by here. They seem to have some connections that have got us seemingly the kind of the head of the operation here.
We've lost personnel. They need to be accounted for, Churchill. Please figure out what happened to them.
I plan on doing that. I will get back to you as soon as I have something more concrete to tell you.
Shall I rally this to Dogma?
You can, but wait for a signal before doing anything drastic.
Stay frosty. And he put it down.
Put the stone back in her pocket.
Well, to just... And with that stealth roll of... Was it 11?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, you can at least see poked in there for a couple seconds and poked back out. But, I mean, it's not enough to draw any crazy attention. But it's not like you went invisible and walked behind there. And so, yeah, he repeats this as well. It's like, we'd be able to bring in your supplies and get things situated for you, I'm sure. You guys were well-rounded for the journey, right?
Yeah, and honestly, as nice as you got here, I think we're just so used to sleeping out in the caravan that we'll probably...
Well, my biggest worry is leaving, if your truths are correct, General Fauna out there vulnerable. Our biggest directive was to recover the Arknights. I feel like it's only fair we bring them in.
He's safe as of right now. We can bring him to you tomorrow. Maybe
Sweet.
after another night's rest he can walk on his own to come inside.
When you see this guy is... Well, your conversation is fluid enough, seems very perturbed as to the resistance. But it doesn't really push past that.
Okay.
If that's the case, you guys be able to rest up here for the evening. We can reconvene in the morning. Clear out some cots and move around some surveillance people.
Titus, I have a question for you.
Yes.
I was under the impression that these outposts out here, while quite isolated, weren't completely empty. You said you found this place abandoned.
We came here, this place had, as far as we're aware, no civilian presence whatsoever.
I'm gonna insight that.
Okay.
Can I also insight that?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's a good one.
That's
I'll lay that down.
Ooh, that's good on my part too. 19.
17? 11.
11.
one second. Oh, there we go. 14.
Beckett and Maud, as you're watching him here, it seems like he's trying to collect the thoughts of the amount of days that have passed here and just trying to reassess and recall just how this base was picked over, but really not too much else from there. Message the other two. other than that, we've got reports from others that these. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. The rogue states are at least filled with some sort of populace. Some people asking for handouts, but I don't know. This place looks a bit different from our normal ilk. Maybe something happened.
Yeah, maybe.
Would you permit us to look around?
By all means. Like I said, if you guys have the clearance, I got, well, no reason to cause you guys any more strife. Appreciate the reconnaissance. I'm gonna go back to bed. I'm gonna have my assistants here clear us some cots and move out some extra scouts. We should be able to accommodate for the 7 of you. No problem.
We appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, you see the blue tinted hair folk rise up here, and as she walks by, you see another similar scar here. This kind of decorated scar, but it's along her throat rather than the head that he was in. And he brings out 4 and goes into the rooms here and begins picking people at random, slapping them awake, and then pulling the jackets bag up to them and sending them outwards. But from there, Titus is able to lie back in his cot and say, most personnel frequent this place. The outer alcoves that act as reconnaissance for this place have 1 or 2 soldiers posted out. But other than that, you shouldn't have much of an issue navigating around this place. To us. And he falls asleep. Now, these people seem very welcoming, I know. Chismar.
Gotcha.
You don't think it's a bit interesting I don't know. I felt like they were a little too welcoming of us. Don't you think, Beckett?
Well,
Are we walking out as we're having
Yeah.
this conversation? Okay.
the Legion cares a lot about their leadership, and I kind of have a direct line to the only surviving member of Legion leadership.
That makes way too much sense for me to complain with. I don't know, used to a lot more drama in situations like this.
Oh, the night is still young.
Not bad at all. And on va spela. Are we gonna survey? You want to split up at all, or we're just kind of moving as a whole faction of vagabonds?
Would I have any idea what the population of the bed was?
Okay. Just for posterity's sake, make me an investigation check. For memory's sake, and just for how this place is situated.
Is that investigation?
Yeah.
6.
6. Okay. You knew there was enough that you'd see people outside if you were walking about, but I mean, you're not a bed counter. What are you, some sort of serf?
I'm not bet can't.
I mean, it's not comparable to the other rogue states. This is substantially smaller, and it's made up of Rasa Delo. But I mean, it wasn't no one.
Yeah.
But that you can't put together a certain number.
Okay. Yeah, I think I want to look around here a little bit. I think
Right.
there's reconnaissance to be done.
Okay.
You want company? You want to do it alone?
Anybody's welcome to join.
Always down to sneak around and cause shenanigans.
Yeah,
Ain't that right?
why not?
Ember, why were you making weird faces at the uniforms as we walked by them?
Hoping we could get one.
Oh, I can get you one. That's fine.
I think it'd be good to have something for, like, any place we go. You never know when a certain uniform
Yeah.
or something is gonna come.
You know, honestly, I kind of feel like I need to change clothes. Everyone we've run into, I've had to explain away this whole outfit
Yep.
thing. But I don't really want Legion clothes since we're in the middle of Malik.
No, I think it would look great as we march into the capital.
Cage.
I think it's a statement.
I think it's better being.
Yeah.
I think it's better being in Malak where going into Malandar at least.
I think I'd just rather like be in normal person clothes. You know?
I agree. I'm surprised you don't have a change on you. You must be very sweaty.
It's not great.
I mean, it works. Sure we could find something to pilfer about in these areas here.
I'm thinking just once we get back to our caravan, I can maybe procure a change of clothes.
Okay. So how are you guys going about exploring this place?
Casually. As I make my way lower, because we're on one of the upper levels, right?
Well, yeah, you're at the very top.
Very top. So yeah, only way to go now is down.
I'll just follow Church. It's like I don't know what I'm looking for, but
I'm
I
just
can
gonna let
see
you guys
where
keep
I
doing
can
the
shoot.
talking. If anyone questions us, just
Okay.
pull out your scope,
Just
message, your scope numbers, and
Your
you know.
scope card.
this is my scope hand.
This is my scope hand.
I have a permanent piece of paper that says I know scope.
Yeah. I was once stabbed in the hand by a meteor, and I can now talk to scope in my mind.
This is a picture of Scope and I from the Christmas party.
Probably I would try to like. Did it seem like there was any significance with the numbers that he read off?
It was. Okay, make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Like a designation of some sort.
5.
Okay. With it, if so, you can also make a history if you want.
Okay.
Would it add anything different?
No.
Okay, then no.
Both
never mind.
plus ones.
Then all the same. Okay, doesn't matter then.
Can it be a sleight of hand check?
Honestly, you
Because if
barely
that's
caught
the
on.
case, it's 23.
Honestly, you barely caught on. You were saying it until it was almost over.
Okay. Fair enough.
But something did click with them pretty quick. Like it was instinctual, like a Winter Soldier kind of event.
Okay, so I couldn't roll. I probably wouldn't remember the numbers, so I
Reverse
write it down.
sleeper agent. You know, you don't know, you know the code.
When someone says something, you forget everything. You become a normal person again. That would rule.
I actually said the numbers in Scope's voice, so it just made it seem like he just like took over my body for a second. Just
Several numbers. Well, I don't care. There it is. Okay. As you guys begin moving outwards, Amba will walk up to Melody. Melody, feel free to join me. I'm growing a bit anxious. I'm going to travel back, at least for the evening, to Ermel.
Oh, okay.
Didn't know if you wanted to join me or if you wanted to stay with your friends.
I mean, do you want me to go with you?
I just figured I'd ask someone, and well, you're my friend.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah, I can. Will we be back fast?
I just kind of wanted to spend the night.
Okay, well, let me just tell the gang.
And I mean, in theory, I don't know why I'm being selfish. If we are uncomfortable here, I can place a marker down and we can spend the night back in Alginasha if we want to regroup. Maybe gather some supplies to get these people on our side.
Yeah, I mean, let's see what everybody thinks.
Alright, I just figured I'd offer, but I get this bad feeling.
What's your bad feeling?
Nothing.
Okay.
Make an insight check.
I was like, it didn't really seem like nothing. That was pretty bad. 12.
Okay, 12.
Weird.
That's not terrible. You just seem like you see this level of anxiety on him. Like the been a bombastic journey altogether, so you can't really put it as details with what he's referring to.
Okay. So yeah, I will. I'll just like grab whoever's closest.
And as he does, Amba goes in a secluded area along this mezzanine here, and he turns this knob in his hand. He places his hand on the floor. So you go up to someone.
Yeah, I'll just go up to whichever one of our friends is closest, and I'll be like, so I'm.
I hate to be the breaker of crazy news to you, but they're all pretty close.
Walking in a circle around you, equal distance.
Yes.
I'll just be like, hey guys, before you run off.
I start running off.
Too late.
Okay, bye.
Jumps over the edge.
I think Mare's feeling pretty nervous. I'm not really sure why. I mean, other than that, it's just kind of like sketchy here a little bit. He said he can create like a anchor here so we can go back to Aramel for the night and kind of regroup and make a plan, and then pop back here if y'all want it.
Oh yes, I would love to go back and hang out with the cranky guy and the lady that eats chicken bones. That sounds so fun to me.
Okay,
It's better than sleeping in a weird place where these people are super scared.
Wouldn't be a terrible idea for me to see if my livestock have been, I don't know, pilfered with. I mean, hey, Beckett, you have a place in my place. Or we can hang out here. There's all sorts of fun things to explore.
I'd be down to go back, but it seemed like Church wants to explore a little bit. So.
It's not a bad idea.
well, we can explore and then come back. I don't know if it's like needs to be immediate.
Okay.
I wanted to gauge what you guys thought.
This anchor that he wants to put down, how obvious is an anchor?
I think it kind of exists in the subliminal plane. Isn't that right, Andrew?
Who's
Asking
Andrew?
Meta.
Yeah.
Who's Andrew? Just
Yeah,
ask,
that's why I said
just
you
ask Amba.
You scream to the skies. Amba's not far away from you.
Well, fine.
I mean, you try and remember he's using his device
Well, I
to
know
make
he's
it.
using his device, but I don't think it doesn't like leave like a mark or anything behind, right?
I mean, you hadn't noticed one.
yeah,
You
I
haven't really investigated them. You've only seen him do this like once or twice.
From what I think, it's just kind of exists as liminal space.
Okay. So just you, Melody?
Yeah, I guess. Does anybody have the ability to message from far away?
I have message.
You know what? Here, I'll just check with you guys. I'll send sending a sending spell here in like an hour maybe, and see how you guys are doing if you want to come back.
Does
Excuse
he,
you.
Fat bitch.
does he not want to wait until?
I guess not. I mean, do you not want to wait? Can you wait? Well, we explore a little bit, Mer?
There's just something I need to talk with my friend about.
Okay. Well, why don't we just pop back in an hour? That's okay?
By all means, I would be happy to send you back.
Okay. We'll be back in an hour. Don't get killed.
He said send you back.
Well, we'll see.
So like,
What?
then you just be here. And not able to get back.
Well, I don't. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
As you guys confer with this,
I don't let him do shit.
5 to 10 minutes pass. He kind of pulls his hands out and clenches it, and he unturns the knob. All right, I can come back to this spot. He comes up, stands next to you. He's like, "See you soon. Please, by all means, let us know if there's any danger." They do have a way of contacting us, right?
No.
The immediate deadpan.
I forgot that the both of us have sending.
Yeah. You can
Don't
take,
do anything dumb.
I was like, you can take Chisholm back with you, and I could stay.
Shizmar goes, "I have nothing to say in the matter." I just do need to check. You know what? I'll go back with you.
All the NPCs will leave.
I will definitely go back with you. Okay. Chizamar walks up and was like, "You're good there."
He's just swishing his tail.
So you staying behind?
If you want me to go, I'll go. I'm saying, like,
It's up to you. I'm not trying to force you. I just.
I genuinely don't give a shit where I am. I've already proven that I'm not stealthy today, so.
Come
She's
along.
like 100 feet ahead. She's just.
Okay, yeah, I'll just go.
Wait.
And with that, the three of these figures kind of group around each other. You see Amba twist the farthest knob away from him on his hand. This tiny little malleable signal appears in his hands. He collapses it, and the three of them are enveloped in a malleable signal. This giant black and white static box that just kind of vibrates ferociously, and after a few seconds, all three of them are gone. Let's take a little break.
Those vibration sensing
Perfect
lights, are
timing.
they lining this corridor as well?
What?
Those vibration sensing lights that we have, are those lining this room as well?
You know, it's just because of the architecture of this device here, they are going sporadic. Like, and not in a sound effect, it's just like if anything, they're glowing brighter than they should be.
Burn out.
Everyone run! Like, you don't know, you know what, anything about the device you just used?
No.
It's a culmination of this device that they spent the entire last arc trying to destroy.
The signal one?
Yeah, the
Okay.
voice.
She's like, okay, oh my gosh.
Is that a cat?
Where's a kid? She's a pretty girl.
She kittens.
Yeah, for you, but.
Yeah, she's neat. Well, don't make her shake her head next to you. You'll get slobber all over you.
For my cat? I remember. She's a pretty cool. She's a pretty cool. Can't wait to get home and play with my cat. Feels so nice.
So this cat,
Oh, he's just a big boy.
who's my Humpy Dumpy?
How big is he?
Look at him.
Like
You tell
20
me how big he
pounds?
is.
I'd say he's large.
He's just a big boy. Who's my thump on?
Yeah, here was Finn this morning. He
He
was
laughed
snuggling my arm.
Yeah.
He like had his paw like around my arm. E.T. Dance. And this was in the other day. Skeletons. Look at my cat. He looks, I love how 4 of my last 5 pictures are of my cat.
Yeah.
Does anyone need a beer?
I'll take one.
Oh, two?
I'm good.
I have so many pictures. Oh, there's Anya. There's 2 of Anya.
No pretty baby.
There's 3 of Anya and 4
Hi, Sarah.
Is this the
Look at the baby.
One day I will have a dog.
Let's get one.
No, because I want another cat first. And I just don't have the time to take care of the dog.
Cats suck.
Plus, I will only ever have one dog for the rest of my life, and that will be a corgi.
You gotta get a Shiba Inu.
No.
Those dogs rule.
Why?
They're just less dumb
The
corgis.
mean dog?
Shiba Inus are not mean?
They're the mean dog.
That's-
mean.
Oh, they said mean. I was like, that's a
Like
chow.
Hachi? Like Hachi?
It's the
The
Doge.
sad-ass
Doge
dog
is
movie?
Doge is a Shiba Inu.
Yeah.
He's also dead. Doge died.
That's a kitty.
Doge died with the gold standard. No, nowadays you got Rob, Paul, and Clay Peter. Outlander.
I have a friend at work that asked for like good like survival games and stuff.
Wouldn't call that a survival
I was
game.
like, play Outlast.
Like maybe
Game scares the shit out of me.
play the forest. That game
No,
rules.
that's what we're gonna play too. I was
That
like,
game
I have
rules.
it. I have it.
Anniversary stream, they hinted that they might be doing PvP in trials.
Oh, God.
I really hope it can be player like
We're
just
already
one-on-one,
doing that.
because I would absolutely love to go against everybody.
go play as the what's it called, the main asset,
I really
prime
just want it to
asset?
be the trial reagents going
Oh,
against each other.
or
I
just be the one that activates shit around.
I
Just,
don't want
like,
to play
everybody's-
as Dylan. He knows the map so much better than me.
Yeah, but if you guys team up against me, I think it'll be really fun.
Did you get me a brownie?
Because it would be so annoying to get hit by a stun by Andrew. I'm trying to run through the map, and every couple
So,
minutes
Andrew, we
I have to
start
stop. But then it'll be even funnier
stunned
when
by me.
Andrew hits me with a stun and Kayla hits me with a brick.
Oh.
And I sprint up.
Kayla's like, I wonder why Andrew doesn't play Outlast with me anymore. Because I can't play with someone who doesn't want me there.
I do want you there.
You know what we're talking?
I did it to Dylan.
You play
the other
Outlast
day.
Trials, either of you? I have this weapon that I throw, and
What is it? It's not
it's
scary.
fully
No.
upgraded. It stuns the enemy. It's great. So they just wobble around there, and it's so upgraded that they do this for like 15 seconds. It's great because that's enough time to not only like run away, hide, heal, and do some shit.
Right.
Unless at the very same time I throw that stun, another one of my compatriots throws a brick at them, in which a brick which only stuns them for like maybe a millionth of a second, overrides my stun. And so I start like, yeah, and then blick, it hits them, and they just start charging me again, and I have to wait 5 minutes for my rig to recharge. And so Dylan knows it happens because I start losing my mind. And I go, God damn it, Caleb!
That's funny.
Well, the thing is that we'll go and we all have like the same thought. It's like, okay, we need to stop this person. And instead of Andrew saying, hey, I'm going to stun them, and then doing it, he just does it. But I don't know that he's doing that. I don't know that he has.
We're at the end of the level, of course I'm gonna do it. That's the one thing that's
Well,
gonna
You're
perfectly
better.
guarantee our escape, that they're just gonna stand there for 15 seconds while we wait for the shuttle.
Well, you're better than me.
I'll tell you,
Yourself
I will
apart.
tell you if it's not charged. I think that's much more important.
Right.
Like,
It's
hey,
just
I
like
can't help you.
instinct to
You do your
throw
stuff.
a brick at a bad guy. Sorry. I got
It's just
worse
from
instincts.
playing so much League. Like I can time that stuff out so well.
Mm.
I'm over here like, you used your ultimate on me about 3 minutes ago. I know that yours charges in 300 seconds, so I have
Dude.
a little bit more time to push you before you need to get the fuck out of here.
Don't ever talk about League in my house again.
I love League. It's so fun.
I've seen what it does to people. It's the methamphetamines of games. Sure, it's
That's-
addictive, but God, do you hate.
I just like don't play online, honestly.
Okay, honestly, that's probably the best way to play
I
it.
get on and I just play custom games.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know people played it for that. I didn't know that was a thing. I just
Yeah.
people are like, let's play ARAMs and yell at strangers
I fucking
and learn
hate,
new racial terms.
I fucking hate ARAM. That's the worst.
I don't even know what it means. I just hear my friends like, you play ARAMs right now? I'm like, get out of here. You're
So,
not
like,
wanted.
You know, League, it's like that whole square that you can go run around. And ARAM is
It's the
just
same blue-green map that everyone plays.
ARAM is just a single like line of turrets. So it's just like all frontal assault
Mm-hmm.
all the
Yeah,
time,
but
and it's just not fun.
Get good. Sorry, that wasn't what you wanted to hear, I'm sure.
Oh, is this mine?
Okay.
No.
Traveling back to
Oh, before we left, I would have like tried to tell you without Amba around, just be like, keep an eye on him.
I will.
and that's easy enough to convey without causing.
Don't you worry.
Don't worry.
Becca's like,
Like I'm not quite as stressful as your last friend, but still
Your last friend? Which was that? Spit?
hostile.
Oh.
I miss Spit. I need to check on him too.
Yeah, he's not dead or anything.
I thought I
Oh,
sent him to. Didn't I give him to Aramel to fix?
You gave him to the people at the exit.
That's what it was.
You're welcome. I'm sorry. I just don't want to knock it over. I know myself. Whenever we were out with, I was in Boston for Michaela's fiance's stuff, and I met his family, and I like spent the whole weekend just fine. The couple hours I was with them, I spilled stuff on myself like 5 times.
Sounds about it.
That was horrible. I was like, what?
Okay. You enter a familiar space. The three of you brought into this malleable signal here, and as it a moment or two passes, you see him click the second part of his device a couple of times here, and he looks down at this little screen on his arm, and then he pulls the one back again and goes back to the tiny little square in his hand here, and he twists it off. And you guys are standing right outside of Aramel's hut in Alganasha. Make a very quick perception check, and on top of that, a wisdom saving throw.
Let me just move my mouse. Okay, perception. 16 for perception. Ugh. You said wisdom save?
Yeah.
That's an 8.
Okay. As you travel back here at the 16 as well, a couple things you notice. You notice that the air here in Alginash is a little less humid, which is part of you kind of puts it together. It's a little unnerving because this humidity was very familiar in the meat factory, and now the meat factory's at a commission. You kind of got the feeling like, oh, I didn't know this corpse party was causing a change in the freaking climate here, but it's not the same now. So it's a little bit relieved, but it's later at night. You don't notice any commotion off into town. It's quite a few clicks away. But you notice a density in the air as well. This kind of thickness that's not humidity, but it's like a strain. It's like a pressure. It's like you're at the bottom of a pool, but you can breathe, see just fine. There's just this tension all over your body, like you're moving in slow motion. It's harder to breathe. It feels like you're walking through cobwebs. And Amba feels the same thing as this happens here. And what was your wisdom save?
8.
8. And uncontrollably, as this happens, you vomit. And as you do this, you're pulling over here. Amba says, plug your ears right now. And you see him slip his helmet back and kind of do the same. Just give it a moment to pass. This is just wrong time, wrong place. I don't know if you even heard him say that, if your ears were covered, but...
What?
As you sit in this moment and just kind of deal with this pressure, you close your eyes and it's not even darkness anymore. You can see your veins kind of undulate back and forth underneath the redness of your eyes here, and you feel this tightness right behind the corners of your eyes here, like someone's taking their finger and just wiggling it like a screwdriver.
Gross.
And each time you breathe in, you feel energized. You feel more alive. Despite the suffocating density, you experience the essence of something rewarding. And a minute passes, and like a snap of a light, it goes away. It's a familiar feeling. You barely felt this the first time you came to this cabin. Alma kept you from going in as well at the same time. But as this happens, he pulls up and he's like, alright, I think we should be more than welcome to go in now.
Ugh, gotta warn a girl next time.
Like I said, wrong time, wrong place.
Oh, is that what you said?
Oh. Forgive me for my timing. And he opaques his helmet. The door opens up here. As he grabs the handle, this glyph kind of pulsates outwards on the door here in this approving light blue, and it opens, and he ushers you in, and it's once again this as undusty as a desert house can be cabin that you've been in before. A few beats pass here. You notice there is a Zara sleeping on the couch. And eventually you see, or you hear this trapdoor from the distance. And then lumber forward this figure here. As it moves into view here, make a perception check.
That's 26.
26. As you peer into his face here, there's something immediately takes you aback. It's late at night, but this figure is glowing. Not necessarily a powerful way, but just in a you look
Like he's
good
pregnant.
for your age. With a 26, you can't help but notice this man he definitely looks a lot younger.
He definitely looks pregnant.
He's crowning. You were able to spot it.
Really slowly.
No, he looks a lot, not a ton, he's old, but
And this is clearly Aramel.
it's Aramel, yes.
Okay. Wow, man, you look vivacious.
Merrick, bringing your hostages back to my domicile.
I resent that.
Well, at least they're polite. I at least compliment my hair while I'm here. They don't call me Haramel for no reason.
Who calls you Aramel?
I do.
Oh. It's like me when I look at myself with them here.
Stumbles forward once again. He,
I'm gonna look at Merrick like, this fucking guy?
as this glyph appears on his hand, this vestige of ice slowly forms itself up here, and as he whizzes his finger along the rims here, it just fills with this dark liquid.
Okay.
Can I get you two anything to drink? Didn't think I'd see you back so soon.
I'm good, honestly.
No casualties, right? No. In fact, we've made more friends, actually. Quite a few. We're getting close to the capital. There's some things I would kind of hoping to clear up with you before we go back. Maybe we could also spin across the town, try to see if we could discover means of some more resources. We're kind of left a bit far from home and a bit away from a good refrigerator. By all means, we can get Zara to whip you something out. But sure. And Chismar this time's like, well, as much as your hospitality is appreciated, I figured I would go back to my house, just kind of discover the healthiness of my lifestyle. By all means, let me know if you're going back. I do enjoy the company. And so,
Your Chismar's a little Jack Sparrow-y.
I don't know.
With your hands.
There's a part of him that seems just free enough to be gay.
Well, that's just Fulton.
Or optimistic about opportunities. I'll call it that.
He told me he's gonna start talking more about baseball and how he likes to golf, so the kids won't think he's gay anymore.
Yeah. Okay. If you like, or this is Merrick. You want me to make you something to eat? Somewhere to lie down?
Sure.
Okay. He runs into the kitchen. If you wait out here, there's probably a few minutes pass before he comes out with this pot that's this weird mixture of broth.
Okay.
It is more for your health, less for your palate.
Oh, great.
Yeah, wait for it to cool down. I know you're hot-headed, but your mouth doesn't need to match it.
Oh.
That was funny. No? Alright.
I already have a hot mouth.
Someone that says shush just goes.
I'm going to step away for a few. Enjoy your food?
I mean, based on your presentation, I don't know if I will, but thank you anyway.
It's good. I'm gonna remember the salt this time.
Oh, good.
Salt is a rare resource over here.
Maybe she's spread some black sand in there.
Oh yeah, do that. I will make you roll for your life. Okay. So as this happens,
Oh, pepper.
you see, well, Airmel is no longer in the room, but you see Merrick pass back into the
Oh wait,
room.
before he leaves, I'm gonna say, does Irma look younger to you?
I haven't noticed. Old is old.
Bro, open your eyes. He looks like a fucking stud.
Looks fine to me.
Caramel. I'm gonna insight.
Okay.
Insight is full.
Caleb playing the game.
I'm playing the
Yeah, look at you roll.
Woo, 15.
15. He's not making. Oh, well, he's opaque right now, so it's not
This
like.
fucker.
But
Quit,
he's-
quit wear. Can you like quit wearing
He's-
your helmet inside? You look like a weirdo.
You notice it's kind of duck of the question.
I wanna like get up really, really close to him and do this on his helmet to see if I can see him.
You know, this isn't designed to filter light. It is. Never mind.
I am.
You're just staring into blackness like this isn't a freaking tinted window.
I'm gonna breathe on
This is
it.
actual technology.
I'm gonna breathe on it and make an angry face. And I'm like, I'm American. I'm a cranky pants.
Maybe it's just a fun fact for you, but this actually projects inside of my view the image from outside. So it is just black. There's no way I see what you're writing right now.
Okay, well,
I see it clear as day.
it's really offensive.
Very well. He wipes it off ferociously. God. Eat that before it gets cold.
Why do you introduce tech stuff when Becca isn't around that I can ask about?
Because you like to do things in my campaign. I don't like that.
I'm just over here like, wait, so does
I'm
that mean
scared
that,
enough with Dylan being here now.
does that mean that the outside is a screen actually?
It's like wearing a VR headset. Yeah, she's
Graphics
just
are
standing there
great.
writing in front of his face.
As you're walking, Becca, you're like, man, I never did think about that.
Wait, I have questions.
How does he see with that? I have to go back.
Just start screaming for Amba.
Anna, I changed your mind. Take me back. Scores upon scores of armed guards gunning down in the street.
It should have been me.
God.
She did offer to bring you there, but it's whatever.
I sure did.
Yeah, but I also want to explore.
Beckett, you alright there? It seems like you're having a bit of a crisis phase suddenly. You're shaking.
Just suddenly stop and just start staring. What?
Okay, Amba leaves the room back into where Aramel's office is, and you're left to enjoy your soup.
I definitely want to use straw.
Okay. So,
It's what Beckett would want.
okay, first things first, I'm gonna make you do a stealth check for me.
Okay, well hold on, let me see if there's something that I can
Yeah,
do.
oh yeah, you actually have any tricks for me?
I don't know.
Whatever
Can't make
happened to the
promises,
sending
but
stones
let
we
me
have?
Oh, I wonder if
We
only
have-
a character
we
left
have
with
a-
those.
Well, no, we
I'm pretty
have
sure
a
I have
set.
Well, you
They're in my
gotta
inventory.
establish who has.
They're in
Yeah,
my
it's like,
inventory.
that's your job.
She
to
has
remember. That's your
multiple.
inventory.
I will start by casting
'Cause I remember I, like,
invisibility.
Okay, invisibility. Okay.
I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself. Yeah, I thought they broke it one too.
Well,
Okay.
now I threw one down. to
If you're
spot
invisible,
out.
do it with advantage. Make a stealth check for me.
Bless
Let me cross the square.
Thank you. Kyle, did you not want a beer?
No,
Oh. CJ, did I?
No, I'm good.
Okay. It's like, I thought you and him said it. I was like, why is he stealing your beer?
Well,
You
no,
asshole.
when I was heading to the bathroom, I said, "Yeah, I'll take one." And there was a beer on the table. When I came back, so I figured.
Okay, sorry.
Did you
Okay.
ask for one?
No, did not.
Did anybody ask for one?
24. Just you and
Okay,
Dante.
24.
Okay.
As you go in there, you enter this mode, you cloak yourself, and you pull yourself through this stagnant room here, and you notice, like, as you get up into the workshop, all of these little devices, these little wooden figurines are deactivated for now. They're slumped over on the machines that they've been operating here. You see that at this point, Amba has already gone into the trapdoor that Aramel had previously ascended from.
Okay. Can I hear anything?
Okay, now give me a perception check.
19.
18, damn.
I'm good at perceiving things.
As you've noticed this before, you notice there's a problem you have with touching this. Last time you guys noticed as you peered in here that would cause a glyph to go off that would alert Irmo that people are.
Yeah.
This place is filled with glyphs, and you've thankfully through this time here kind of studied a little bit. I mean, you avoided touching things that don't need to be touched, and you get as close as you can here to this hatch here, just to see if you can hear in here, and everything quiets in as you do this, and there's just this still. I truly think we can do this. We're almost out. It's not too late to change your mind. Kind of is. I finished it. You finished it? Yeah. I'm not one for rehearsals, but I can pull it off. Anywhere in the world, you name it. And I've got a name in mind. Don't. We have a chance here. The Arknights are on our side. It doesn't have to end like this. You don't have to listen to their demands. We haven't failed yet. Why? It's not a matter of if. I get that the world you live in prospers on your upbringing, the research you perform, the milestones you achieve. What about me? What else do I got? What else can they take from me? I don't believe you. Whether or not you are successful or not, I don't believe you'll do it. You're not a murderer. You're not a monster. You saved me. You saved many of us. Let me save you. Please. Let me do this one thing for you. The groceries, they're a means to an end. This, let me take care of you. Oh, to be young again. I do so fondly remember my days of caring. I'm rooting for you, bud. But my business is mine. I'll stop you. You don't want me as your enemy. I will stop you. You will not do what they say. You will not follow their demands. I can absolve you. I have the keys. I have these. I have the ticket to your freedom. Stop this now. I'll destroy the circle. I have the means to do it right. You listen here, boy. I love you to death. But you don't know shit about the world you pretend to live in. Take your friend and get out of my house. I don't need you to take care of me. I don't need none of y'all. Not anymore. I said leave. Now. We're not done. subtle trace of footsteps backing towards the hatch.
I'm gonna hustle the fuck out of there.
Okay.
And I'll no longer be invisible, and whenever he comes back out there, I want to be sipping on that weird soup he made.
Okay.
And I go,
With the stealth you rolled, that's really just gonna roll over. But moving on, I'm assuming you're canceling your invisibility. You're just a floating pot in space here.
no, I'm cancel it. I'll drop it. I'll basically drop it after I get out of the room.
Okay, so you leave the room, you rush back over here, and you get back to your pot.
And I'm like dramatically slurping it.
You hear this kind of forlorn raise here. A second, quite a few beats before it's patted back down. You hear, and this walk back into the room. The helmet's still blackened out. Some people just never get hungry. I'm going to go to
You're
bed.
asking him about dinner?
I mean, someone's got to feed the old bastard. I'm going to go to bed, okay?
Okay.
Do you still want to stay here, or perhaps go back with the others?
I mean, I don't really want to just like leave you here.
I'll come back with you.
Okay.
I mean, I of course want to go get Chizimar, but
Oh yeah.
Nah.
something tells me that we've come at a bad time.
Okay. Wrong time. Wrong place.
You get wrong time, wrong place. Jumping back over to the facility. As you begin exploring, I'm assuming, Churchill, you're taking charge of the exploration, right?
Yep.
How do you want to go about this? Do you have any? We can do rolls, but if you have something in mind.
I think. I guess I'd be trying to find or go through and find places that might have been previous, like, congregation points, I guess, for the population. I'm just trying to find evidence of what happened to the people.
Okay. Recalling this information here, I'm gonna go ahead and just have you do me again another investigation check. Anyone here, if you guys all want to roll or do a help action, you can.
What is your investigation?
My investigation is a plus -1.
Okay. Then I'll roll.
So it's a 9 on
A
mine.
9.
16 for me.
17.
21.
16. Okay. With an overall average of being decent, I can say, with the help of pure searching and your prior memory of this outpost, you guys managed to navigate yourself down a few floors. There's an external kind of cavity to this facility that leads to this kind of double helix staircase that you'd be able to traverse downwards to different floors. You guys get down to the point where the sound of the roaring waters plummeting in through this dam become enough to convince you I'm probably not going to go down any further. You guys make your way out here and you find some of these facilities, you find actual like bunkers for the people that were stationed in these areas here. You go and you find lockers, these different areas. There's actual cabins designated for singular people stationed all throughout here. Multiple of them. You find, like scouring the bottom 2 floors, at least 20 of these cabins just bereft of anyone in them. Spending one of your time investigating in one of these, I can tell you, with all rolls reaching over 15 at least, that you don't find any signs of life in any of these, but you don't see any signs of desertification and any sign of people packing up and leaving. You see belongings, you see unmade beds, you see lockers filled with provisions, clothes, basic needs.
Normal clothes?
Yes.
Like not legionary clothes?
No. Thankfully, Rasa Delo do not function as either faction. So yeah, it's just, it's people from this culture's clothes, but I mean, it's better than what you had.
I'll I won't change right now, but I'll just like put like a change of clothes in my pack of just like more just normal person clothing.
Okay. So at this point, after just doing a brief scout about there, you notice that about the room here. Are you doing anything else in this room while you're here?
As we're all in here, Trish kind of looks to the group. Some of you guys know the Legion better than I do. I don't get the feeling that the people here are or safe or alive at this point. But maybe I'm wrong. If what you know of the Legion, what would they do if they were given the command to take any strongholds that they could, and that stronghold was populated, and you had a toxic river to one side, the Malik Assembly to the other, and a hostile desert?
Can I roll like a history check to kind of know like what they would do in that situation, like what the Legion would do if like there were people here when they came to
Go ahead.
take it over?
You've known the culture for a bit.
12.
On 12, your biggest assumption that you could piece together about both of the world's biggest factions is that there's always an end, and for some reason that always justifies the means, it seems. Always seems to. It doesn't matter what, it always does.
Yeah.
For some reason. It wouldn't surprise you if Churchill was making a bit of sense.
In my experience, if you have something that they find useful, they'll keep you alive, but other than that, they'll probably just kill you if you're in the way of something. I was lucky enough whenever I was taken by the Legion that I had use to them, so here I am.
Okay. There is going to be a very upset Frenchman
I can see that.
to discover that, and he's going to want to take action.
Okay. My insight check whenever he said that people had left, was that high that I felt like that was true, or was that kind of middling where it may not be? I can't remember what I
When
wrote.
your insight on who?
On Titus, whenever he said
Oh,
that,
when
like,
you said about the people that were here.
yeah.
You had an idea that he seemed like disheveled about the idea that like it seemed like, oh man, any number of things could have happened. It's not like he's dismissing tragedy. It was like, I mean, you know, it's the middle of the desert. Lord knows what came in.
Yeah.
That's kind of the feel. But other than that, you from that insight check didn't get much more than that.
Okay. There is a chance. I don't see any struggle happening here. That they left either before they got here or
Did anyone roll above a 20 on their investigation?
Me.
no.
Just 2?
I got a 21.
Oh, okay. Keep going, you guys.
So it may not have been the Legion coming in here and killing what was left.
You said when we came in here and we saw the river coming through, that's more so than normal? Or are what we sing of the river coming through here normal, or was it
for
excess?
you now, it's pretty. This is about as bad as it usually
Okay.
is.
Okay, making sure.
Yeah.
But I imagine that they won't be happy that Legion is in control of one of.
No, they are not.
Well, like earlier, like when we were talking with Titus and stuff, I just like picked up this vibe from him. Like it wasn't just like he was being nonchalant. Like there,
No, he knows something.
Yeah.
But he didn't tell us.
like I don't know. It felt like guilt to me. Like he felt guilty about something. So I honestly feel like they somehow pushed these people out, and then seeing all this shit, I just.
Can I look around specifically for like any journals or anything like that in here?
You're
Ooh, I will show that to the group.
okay.
You can continue talking to him, but I will bring.
You're free. Yeah, for sure. If you actually want to look through the lockers and whatnot,
Yeah.
you can go into that as well. What was your investigation again?
It was like I think like 12.
Do another one for me here. Ma, are you doing anything specific at this moment?
No.
Okay.
Need a little guidance.
No,
that won't help.
Guidance!
No.
I rolled a
Holy
1
This is
shit,
Bowser's
we have
Gate
some
on
of
2.
Rules!
with my modifier that makes it a 3.
I use guidance so much in Baldur's Gate.
In fairness, that guidance just helped triple the score that he got.
You know, you're not wrong.
Yeah, you should be thinking.
Amber, what were you saying?
I'm gonna pull that little pillowcase that I found. Like, hey guys, and I pull it up. There's a pillowcase with a scorch mark under it that I just found.
100?
You pull it across here and you see this pillow that just faintly has this plasma cutting corkscrewed a few inches into it here. And just this
Like into the pillow or into like the bed?
into the pillow, and it's just kind of barely grazing the bed underneath it. It looks like someone that was trying to cover it up maybe could have missed.
Don't think the Legion let them go.
I'm gonna say you're probably right there.
I hate both sides of this war.
That's
Sing
what
it,
I'm
sister.
saying. I just
Listen, one side sells their youth, the other one buys them, okay? It's not like they're both...
And then people are eating people. It's just fucking great.
eating
like,
people?
Yeah, like the burgers with
Oh.
fava and everything.
They didn't know. No.
That's just like earlier when you were like, well, like, are the Legion good? And we're like,
Is America
Is the
good?
other side good?
Like, is any country just perfect, okay?
we're just kind of,
Just a little guys.
just here, man.
I'm just a little guy.
I'm just a guy. Yeah, so this is fucked.
It seems weird. Can I smell the plasma burn and see like what I get from that?
Just like fun.
What do I do for a sniff check?
Just
Is
wanna-
it survival
just
or
wanna
what?
smell.
Survival or perception?
Just do a perception.
I'm
I'm not
about
gonna
to
be
sleight of
freaking.
hand check for how well I can smell.
You finger the hole very delicately.
Ew.
Ah,
You gotta sniff the whole.
what'd you say?
You got one.
No.
Perception.
Perception. What about a 3? What do I get with a 3?
As you bring it up to your face here, you a bit of the residue from the burning fabric just kind of clouds your eyes.
Whoa.
The lights
I don't know why you
flicker.
did that. Why did you do that?
I thought, like, I don't know. Sometimes you get smells from things like.
I will tell
Oh,
you
like a
though, at
memory
least you
thing?
noticed. I'll give you at least that from there. I mean, you did notice there were still fumes coming off of it.
So it's pretty
it's
fresh.
it's recent.
Well, he did say they were here like for 4 days. Today's like day 4 or something.
Yeah. Which if the steam's still coming off of me, then
That
feels like
sucks.
that wouldn't
We
be happening
could've-
like right now. That like would have happened 4 days ago. Maybe.
Alright. Well, what's our next course of action then? We still gotta find a way into the capital. Now we gotta determine how much of that we want to deal with them, how much we want to inform the others.
I'm gonna take that pillowcase and put it in my fanny pack.
You're gonna pocket it. Okay, you pull out your paunch, your paunch. You open this belly button in the middle of it. And you
I wanna
stuff a
get one
pillow
so
in there.
bad, though. It's like this bag,
Magic item. She has a baby pocket of holding.
and it's like a fat man's
It's a fanny.
hairy belly button.
Do you know of anywhere in
You
here
never
that
visited a real
could
magic shop.
act as like a prison or what do you do in the desert with dead bodies?
Well, typically you just leave them. suppose if you wanted to be special, you could bury them.
Okay, roll a history check there, just real quick, because there actually is something people do with the bodies
There's
here.
a precedent.
Well, I remember
Don't
what.
they just like turn
They-
into
they-
zombie
14.
things?
Huh?
14.
Okay, just because it is very general knowledge here because of the environment, you do want to dispose of bodies. They will become.
Actually, I
They
probably
will.
get advantage
Oh,
on
yeah.
that because I'm ranger with
Oh.
desert as my
Ooh.
special terrain.
Oh, yeah, we drove
Roll a
through that.
one.
So Dylan literally
What was
can
it? 14.
walk
Same
through
thing.
the desert.
With the just general positive rolling on your end, yeah, you want to dispose of bodies, they will become undead.
Okay.
The atmosphere here is cursed. That's kind of one of the reasons that's plaguing these guys over here.
Gotcha.
There's a problem going on.
He's like, what are these three?
In fact, Shizamar's whole job is bringing people out
Yeah.
to the
I-
desert to
I
dispose of
remember
them.
that now.
That's his whole job.
Disposing of
But
bodies.
the Legion wouldn't know of that, and so if they did kill them, they probably wouldn't have taken the time to dispose of them properly, right?
I mean,
What was your question? I'm so sorry.
If the Legion did kill them, they wouldn't have known the process of
Oh.
disposing of the bodies.
well, I mean, by disposing, it literally just mean destroy, right? So, like,
Set it on
burning,
fire.
shredding, melting, any of
That's-
that stuff would count, correct? Like, it's just destroy the body so it can't come back.
Okay.
I'm assuming that that's...
Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
Okay.
So...
Going off of Zombieland logic.
Double tap.
I mean, yeah, there could be evidence of disposal here, but at the same time, could have also just thrown them in the river.
That's fair.
That would have at least made it not their problem here if
Yeah.
anything was to come of it.
That's fair.
So,
Around this point in your investigation, I'm assuming Amba and you are finishing up here. Do you want to send a message or want me to? Or I guess we could just go back. I don't
Let's
know.
just go back.
Alright, well, let's go chase down Chizamar.
Oh yeah.
Let's walk to the other side of Alganasha.
Gotta get this meal now.
You find this man who's holding on to one of his Birgids. It's just like, it's okay, darling. I'm here to give you some oats. Yeah, just nibble those right on up. No, don't choke. I know you're a burper.
What?
And you guys immediately show up. He's like, oh, come on. Really? This would just be my luck.
I like whenever somebody's not here and you play them, it's like a parody version of that character.
It has to.
That's
I play yours very to the chest. Okay.
When you pulled out your voice, I was like, oh shit, that's what Kyle sounds like.
That's just Kyle. Why's not a caricature?
So now,
I know, but it was just crazy.
So now I need
I
to
didn't
be
think
gone,
you had a
so
voice.
then I can hear
There was like,
you stumbling through my dumb accent all night.
Don't ever leave. Don't ever not
like
be
we're
here.
gonna
It'll be
actually
fine.
just cancel it, though.
Oh boy, just wait till Ember's not here. I'm gonna.
Oh wait, that's already happened.
Yeah, I had
I
a
played
payday
as-
with that.
I played as Ember.
I was gonna say don't take
Oh.
I almost immediately was
Used
like,
all my spell slots. Just crying.
So
in her
funny.
corner. Fireball.
As you guys enter back into this area here, you spawn back in the corner. You guys were kind of zapped from here. First thing you immediately notice, a lot of soldiers are out on the mezzanine,
Oh.
kind of circling, showing flashlights down below. The very moment you're not spotted, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna message Beckett. And I'm gonna say, hey, we're back. Where are you guys? It looks like these soldiers are looking around the mezzanine. Are they looking for
they're
you?
doing what? I don't know. We're down here just looking around.
doing what?
Oh,
What's
yeah.
that 4th level spell?
Oh, yeah. You guys are cooked as fuck.
We found some shit down here.
It's not how sending works.
I
Gonna
didn't say
be
send.
the dickhead DM here.
I didn't say sending. I said I was gonna message.
Okay. I'll give you that. You guys are probably close enough.
Okay, I was like, if we're not, then it just wouldn't. Go
It's not
through.
that huge
would-
of
it
a
would-
facility.
It would go. The person you were trying to reach. No, it is out of service.
I'll relay to the rest of the group. I think they're looking for us now.
Okay.
Yeah, that explains the lights flickering.
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Start SpongeBob.
You not seen it?
It's a hash slinging slasher.
What's the joke? Like, what if he was Jewish? He'd be Nosferatu. It's not my joke. Anyway.
It's not even a joke.
Yeah, it's because you got a big nose. Like
You're in
Jewish people.
Transylvania. Get over it.
Well, I guess the bright side is there really wasn't anything to find as far as any of them are aware. So we're just wandering.
And we did get permissions, so I don't.
From those above.
And as they pop out here, over on our end here, as you stand here on the mezzanine, you're eventually spotted.
Damn.
Okay.
We hear gunshots from above.
My backstory! Just falls into the abyss. Ah, shucks! As he falls and dies. I teleport away! And Alma gets away.
Just laying in front of us. Just damn it.
Several figureheads. Several figureheads rush forward here. It's like,
Are we doing this again?
as they rush around, it's like, you are needed at the barracks immediately.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll
Figures, you feel the slight push from a butt of one of the
Hey.
phasers behind you.
Not necessary, man. I'm walking.
Come on, walk faster.
I have short legs.
Okay, so you
5'1".
be escorted back into the area where like the vast majority of the soldiers are kind of suited up and sitting around in the area at this point. Someone woke them up.
Okay.
And so what is the group at the bottom doing? No one is immediately on you.
There's nothing for us down here. We might as well try to make our way back up.
Let's go back, I guess.
Back in our way.
Okay, so for the most part, you guys go quietly or non-quietly in the night. You guys go back to the group.
I mean, I say we kind of do this stealthily.
Alright.
Kind of stealthily.
Just
Do a kind of a stealth check.
You see a smirk
take
form.
a passive stealth. Just
You see a smirk form on Trainer's face as you say the word stealthy.
I'm just not running blindly ahead.
Yeah, for
Let's
sure.
watch for flashlights around corners as we're going
Yes.
back up.
Yeah.
We rolling stealth.
What'd you get?
30.
Hey!
What are we
Just
doing?
casual.
Stealth.
Shit.
19.
19. Look at you,
That's-
group of
that's a
goobers.
13.
There you go.
That's a 13. Cool.
Anything
What
fun?
was the modifier again?
Stealth.
Stealth. Oh yeah, duh. I'm bad at that.
Always love
13.
when I get to roll
Ah,
over
it's
30.
What?
I just really love getting to roll a 30 or higher. It's
Most
just
people
dumb.
do.
It's just dumb.
Um,
I love it.
heading upwards here, you guys, do this whole Sly Cooper-esque first stage of Wind Waker, dodging the spotlights as they come. Because for all you know, it won't alert. It'll just send 4 blasts of a machine gun down to shoot you rather than alert anyone. But yeah, these lights that are come beaming downwards here, looking to see where the rest of the party is. You guys make your way up the stairs here. You see a group of guards rolling down the staircase, kind of asserting different areas. They don't necessarily seem violent. They just seem like they were given orders to find something. But you guys stick mostly to the shadows. They leave a corridor, you enter into it. You move as far as you can till eventually you see the lights beam back and forth. You duck around, and the 4 of you are synchronized here. Eventually leading yourselves semi up to the areas in which it's too, at this point, kind of crowded with people. You realize there's a lot of Legion soldiers here. Like, a lot of them. Those barracks were stacked like 3 bunks high up as they were going, and they were lining the walls. This airship carried a a group of people with them. But you'd be at least close enough in some sort of shade to hear commotion going on from the room where these guys were brought into.
Okay.
Do anything else? You're just laying low for now.
Should we go in or just this another door?
Or we just had a general room, or the room that we were in earlier with Titus? We just had a general room that's filled with people, right? Or barracks.
Yeah, that room.
The one we were in earlier?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. And that's where they are, or they got taken somewhere else?
Or we don't know.
They were brought back into that barracks room.
Okay. So we are now all in the same room.
I mean, you guys are outside of there. There's two. Unless you're coming out to the guards, it's too dense in that general area on the mezzanine to just walk out and be in that room sneakily.
I mean, at this point, we're back into somewhat familiar territory. Just gonna
Puppet.
rely on taking the lead.
All right. I'll just kind of walk up towards the door and be like, we were told to.
Around the corner,
Come here.
riot shield slightly elevated, not threatening, but just like, you know, like chin down, protected in case
Behind
plasma
George,
rifles
because
start
George
going
has shit.
off.
As it's situating here and everything's kind of boiling to a head, you enter this. The main three people here, or Melody and these two other NPCs that I got, are brought around, and you have all these soldiers that are brought up here. You see Titus and his underling. His two underlings walk up behind him here and is like, "Where's the rest of your crew? Where are they?"
I'm gonna message. Where are you?
Is that like when we just like round the corner?
Are you just rounding it less like that?
Yeah.
Then?
I'll basically just like as we decide like we're here now. I'll just round the corner and be like, we were told
This
to
quick,
come up
like
here.
no, and then just the four of you just swing by through there, and you see the whole group turned face in that direction here.
We're just walking casually.
Hello.
Okay. Something's going on.
What do you mean?
We've surveyed the desert. There's nothing here.
It's a desert.
You've got
Coned?
no caravan, so there's two options.
It's like coned.
Either there's no caravan, or it's been taken. I don't want to
Caravan
unjustify
stealing
your
bastards.
presence here, but the presence of that Arknight you said is in your caravan means a little bit much to us.
Bonna stole our fucking caravan. Bonna! Motherfucker!
You just see this whole like
Drove straight to the river and died.
just no. He wouldn't.
Well, there was never a caravan.
I know.
You guys are just joking, right? Okay. I was like, did I tell you guys a caravan had been out there?
He would never.
Am I a fucking moron?
How dare he take that?
He stole our
What if
caravan?
we just played it off like that?
We will make a performance check if that's
I
the
mean,
plan.
we technically have a caravan. It's just.
And it got stolen,
You
Melody!
could call it a caravan. You could also call it a giant underground cruise ship. If you're gonna detect it.
Shut up! Don't say it now.
I'm joking.
Oh, that
Just
was
like
so
you
good.
guys are joking.
This ain't a laughing matter.
Oh.
We need him.
I can contact Scope and see if he can triangulate where he is from
Good.
the satellite city.
I need answers now.
All
I
right.
mean, respectfully.
You're the closest chance we've had to getting a lick back home.
I mean, respectfully, have you ever just known an Arknight to just go with the whims of an
You have
underling?
not yet
Just
proven
drop
yourself any kind of proof yet. I've taken your word.
Yeah.
We
And
went on a
Scope's
liberty of
word.
checking. I've heard nothing from him. I've heard a code. I've heard something that matches up with our designation, with our jurisdiction. I don't know your memory. I don't know what kind of chips you've stolen. The best part of proof you had was that man and me. We have no proof on how you got here.
I'll like pretend
Just
reach out to Scope
okay.
and just like sit there blank staring for like
I just
as,
glaze over.
like probably 45 seconds to maybe a minute, and then like he says they're on the move and we can probably catch him if we go now.
Make a deception check.
Okay.
Put on the garter.
16, sorry.
Church Titans are gripping a riot shield.
I flashed my garter.
There's a moment of brief pause here as the group is, or as Titus is trying to decide. Make an insight check as well.
Okay. Actually, I'll switch my finger. You've been rolling so middle. 10. Should have talked bad about
I mean, the
myself.
most you can tell, which is a little off, is that he does appear to be sweating, like he's very worried.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, he greatly outnumbers you guys.
Yeah.
You think that's a little weird.
If we leave now, we can probably catch up with the caravan. I don't want to take any of your resources, and I think we can move faster, just us. So we'll be back
No,
with.
you all stay here. We'll go.
Okay.
And with that,
What, all of you?
The entire fort just
Just
empty.
leave us in here.
with that, not everyone. There's a discussion. A signal is brought out by the blue tinted haired one, and a squadron of maybe 10 to 15 folk fall out the door here. The rest being still surrounding the area here. It's kind of around this point, Melody, you get a tap on your shoulder. And you get a tap on yours as well. And you flip around here. And you see this member of this establishment just glaring back at you with this confused and astonished face. Like, is this for real? To think you make your way all the way here too. Catch a packet.
What the fuck is this?
Make an intelligence check for me. real
You know
quick.
what's crazy is my very first thought was when you said this, I was like, is this the fucking bartender?
That was naughty.
I know.
Yeah, he's dead.
That's only 5 for me.
Trust me.
Okay.
I killed it.
Well, the figure that touches is a different one. There's actually 2 of them. This
Oh,
guy
okay.
here is kind of this softer blonde hair. It's a little dirtier. He kind of has this
Perception,
scrungy.
I had 19.
A 19. You've seen this guy before.
This is Diego.
Not the one tapping your shoulder. The one looking at you is a character known as Citadel. A character that you met in the engine gauntlet, wearing a Legion uniform.
Like, cork my eyebrow.
You guys are alive?
Yeah.
What are you guys doing here?
What are you doing here?
I work here. Fauna saved us. He pardoned us. You remember that, right?
He's a nice guy.
No.
And as this other figure here holds on to your shoulder as well.
Yeah, who's this guy?
That one's Diego.
This
This fucking.
Well, because he said not the one looking at you.
I'm gonna punch him in the face.
why are you punching?
Don't punch.
Asshole. Diego, Davey, Nameless.
All right.
Alright, here we go.
I wouldn't have expected this, but
Sure enough, like he lets your hands just like, you gave me the free meals, right? And you're friend of that tiefling, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Who are
me.
you?
And you see his face twist.
It is fucking Diego. I'm
Someone
genius.
else's.
Who was it?
Your tiefling friend's not here with you, is she?
I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Do you?
Yes.
The wizard!
I stop it.
She's gonna hurt
You do?
herself.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you guys? So you're rolling to
You, like,
attack
catch
him
my-
essentially
You
now.
catch my fist. Oh, I have a +0 to strength, so that's a 9.
What guidance?
Yeah.
Well, as
That'd
he
be like
turns
plus
his face,
4.
his face twists into another face for you here. One that was familiar from the gauntlet, but not the same as one that was just looking at you. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Great.
This piece of shit.
What?
This guy fucking sucks.
Who do you
Look at church and say that.
Andrew, who do you want to make a wisdom save?
Oh, Kyle.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, I couldn't tell who you were pointing at. I didn't know if that was just in general.
Yeah, that's a 17.
Well,
17,
I was
that's-
like,
tiefling.
so
That's enough
probably
for you to at least snap in and realize, okay, it's unfortunate how many changelings we know in this universe,
Yeah,
but it's still suspicious,
yeah.
just in the back of your mind. And what did you rolling
I
a hit?
rolled a 9, yeah.
Oh yeah.
He caught my fist.
If you're doing an AC, I'll just say like you just block it right away. The guy's like, holy
You
moly.
do a really big wind up. It's really obvious to see coming.
And you see this moment. Here's like, no.
Yeah, why
Citadel speaks up again. He was like, no, seriously, guys, and he kind of rallies the remaining legion around here. He's like, these are the ones that saved General Fauna the first time in this operation.
Yeah.
These guys have been on the cutting room floor for this. They saved my ass. They saved all of our asses back when we were fuckheads.
Yeah.
Turn off.
Some of you still are.
And the guy looks over and is like, what did I do? This dirty, face-changed person here. It's not too late. I can let the boss know that you guys are legit. This is all I need. I can say something to someone. Unless you guys are purposefully hiding.
Oh no, we're
Is Fauna actually alive?
Yeah.
Yep,
he's
He's with you?
I mean, sniff this guy. You'll know.
I just lean forward a little bit.
I don't need to sniff that motherfucker. He lives in my brain.
Did you just call me a motherfucker?
No, he's talking about
Fauna.
Fauna. Or Fuzzy. He only knows real Fuzzy.
I just smelled what tasted.
Gross.
So several of the figures just kind of begin this conversation here. It's like, Jinri. He talks to
Jinri.
this guy that's standing next to him. It's like, this is the one I was talking about, the one that made a fool of themselves at the rec room. He's pointing straight to you, Melody.
Fuck off! I gave a really great speech.
It was a
today.
great
It was
speech.
really, really encouraging.
No, I vouched for you. I was one of the only ones that vouched for you.
Yeah.
You still made a fool of yourself.
Speech in the staff room after it
Of course
happened.
you did.
It was kind of funny.
I'm gonna put your hand in warm water when you sleep.
That's fine.
I don't know what you're doing with them though. Aren't you one of the people that Fauna killed?
No, I got away.
I saw people dissolved in there.
Yeah, they have tunnels all over the underground of the Legion, and if you know where to look, you can pretty much get wherever you want.
So you're saying I still could be running from the cops if I followed you? You could have let a guy know. You sniffed me all them sandwiches.
I didn't know you wanted to. Also, it all happened so fast that I was just lucky to get out.
It's like, there was a bunch of us that switched over. There was the two brothers. They're in a different battalion. I know that what was it? The cinder block guy ended up being a cop, right? It was someone else didn't quite make it on the way here. There was a couple of us. What was it? I know Marrow didn't make it. Was swallowed by an ant lion. That was interesting. But if he comes back, I'll vouch for you. We're in deep shit out here, friend. If you're not coming for us, ain't no one coming for us. You need to produce that Arknight.
Well, we would
If
like
any of
to,
us are gonna
but
get home.
we'd like to, but we were, officially told that we weren't allowed to leave. So
Also, Fauna doesn't bend to us.
She's gotta show up.
I mean, he might, but he's resting right now. He's very weak. We can't just traipse him around the fucking desert just because your people demand it.
If we don't find one of them, there will be no rescue party for us. We are sitting ducks out. We do not know this territory. We hear there are pirates out there in the desert. They skin people alive. What are we supposed to do if they find us?
Fight harder than them.
I got a question, Citadel. What happened when you guys first got here? Were there already people here?
There's a pause. We were just scouting the place out, you know, trying to make sure nothing was dangerous. You know, just clear out anything that could have caused problems for our survival. Just, you know, routine stuff. You guys are badge holders. You know how these law-abiding citizens work. This guy used to be a really mean motherfucker. It's weird seeing him being kind of more put together. Like, this is the guy that almost killed Hostile on the mirror map. This is the guy you fought.
Oh, that was such a good match.
Yep.
That's fun.
And Diego's the fake hot John that Melody fought.
Hate him so much. Didn't he also assault our friend?
He did try to rape Indy, which is...
That's why I want to
He didn't do it.
fucking know.
He didn't.
But he drugged her.
Yeah.
He put something in her
He
drink.
was trying to steal her marks.
He did steal her marks. He did very good.
Ugh.
I'm fairly certain we punched him in the face before.
Yeah, so I want to do it again.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
So what's the plan?
I think you need to A, vouch for us. B, tell your guys that Fano will come when he can come. But I think if we force him out of his sick bed to come over here, he's gonna use the amount of energy that he has to blow your shit up.
And he's just gonna get worse.
Because he's not exactly super amenable to demands from people that he has no connection with. I mean, we'll tell him, but he can barely walk right now. He's not going to be any use to you.
You weren't lying about him being sick?
No, well, what do we benefit from that? When it would be so much easier just to poof him here.
How did this happen? What? You see him look over at Diego, has just these beads of sweat rolling down his head, and he looks back over. He's like,
As he should.
"Get your back, I'm sorry.
You don't deserve to tell me that.
I can't vouch for you unless you bring something. I don't want to die here.
Well,
I've
you're
been-
definitely going to die here if you get us killed, because then nobody's bringing Fauna.
I'll talk all I can, but the cap is real serious. I mean, he's willing to put people's lives at risk here. And you see him kind of give you this look, make an insight check.
Okay. 16.
With the 16, you see this kind of look like he's trying to, like, you understand what I'm saying here. Like, we're in danger staying here any longer than we have to.
Do they think that they're just in danger from like the outside elements and this people in this country, or like their supervisors?
With this, you roll an insight too, if you're trying to
Because
also
I'm trying to
make a
pick
beat
up
on
on what he's saying, but said insight.
Mm-hmm.
Nat 20 or 21.
And that's one.
Not a 4. It's not a 4.
I don't know.
He flicks a stare over to you as well, just kind of making eye contact with the people he recognizes: Maud, Ember, Melody. I mean, I guess Beckett, but
Becky.
still real on the fact that you're not one of the bad guys.
That they know of.
You see this just quiver in his eyes. This guy's in danger. And as he flicks around, You get the feeling we're in danger. Something's wrong. Something is wrong.
I'm so nervous right now.
Did you say she gets the idea that we're in danger?
Mm-hmm.
Can I possibly like
Oh, that's so easy.
get Amba's attention in this and like try to like get him, like convey to him non-verbally that like I want to sneak away with him and like ask him some questions?
We're gonna
Let's
run
come on,
away.
romantic thing.
A rendezvous with
Can I just like get his attention? Just like head towards like the door is like a
We're surrounded by men, so how this is gonna be stealthful is
Oh,
next to
okay.
impossible.
okay.
I mean, as he sees you kind of gesturing to him, he activates message. He's like, "What do you want? What's going on?"
Do you have an anchor point on the Rosadolo ship?
It's impossible to do. Rosadolo, it's a moving point. I can't. If it moves, I'm anchoring in space. I'm not anchoring in a geographical hotspot. If it moves, it's gone. It's the same reason when we got here, I wasn't able to show up to my caravan. It moved. No. Alginasha, or back where we started. That's all I got. Or right outside the hallway.
Okay. Because we need to get. I think we need to get out of here.
What's wrong?
I don't think that will be safe if we aren't able to produce fauna. And if we tell them honestly where he is, based off of what they said about pirates around here, I don't think they're going to be too happy with knowing that we are in at least some way allied with Rosadolo.
If you can help me gather our friends here into a small little group, then we can at least regroup back in Aginasha. Come back here when our assets are in order. When we have fauna. Right? If that's okay with you.
If we go back to Alganosha, how are we going to get fauna though?
I have a link here. We can come back and explain ourselves. It is up to you.
It's worth a try.
If whatever's going on here is hairier than you think, then I'm down for anything. And there's just this silence and this look of desperation among many of the men in this group here that are just kind of looking about.
I guess, I don't know. I don't want to like make the decision for everyone that we're gonna bamf out of here, but I want to like try to get other people's opinions. I guess within that like messaging, be like, do you have a way that you can talk to the rest of the party and see what they want, what they think? Because I'm all for getting out of here, even if it's just for an hour or two and then coming back.
One by one, you get a message from Amba asking, we group together. We can get out of here. Just to regroup, we can come back. If it's not safe, it's not safe. But you make the call.
I would say I'm good with whatever. I don't prefer to be surrounded by a bunch of dudes.
And like I said, this is a message that's kind of
Yeah.
rallied around. And you'd be able to respond to this message. You can reply to this message.
We just
We
talked
gotta-
about this. You didn't need to send this to me.
It's my bad.
Look, I wouldn't trust these guys on a good day, let alone when they're essentially essentially holding us hostage. So whatever we can do to get out of here, I'm up for it.
Yeah, we can head out. The only other way outside of the main gate is the cavern. But I don't know if we'll be able to get back easily that way. And that means risking the river.
Around this point, you all hear a gurgle. Just this groan. It just sounds like a kind of structural bending, like an old floor creak, but on a higher level. And it's far off. And you just kind of feel this warm air enter the room with you all.
Get the fuck out.
We in another body.
I've done that already.
It's happened multiple times
So
before.
fucking sick of being inside of flesh dungeons. Boys.
Speak for yourself. I've never gotten to be in a flesh dungeon. I've only built them.
I want to see what all the fuss is about. Show me flesh.
Dylan's just been making the flesh dungeons.
Okay. If that's what you roll with, everyone make a group stealth check to slowly convene right up against Amba.
We just immediately run up to Amba.
And Titus has left with his little.
Titus
Yeah.
gone out,
into
with the
desert.
group. They're gone.
Okay.
They might. I don't know if they would left the boat, but they're not in the room with you all.
So we just got a bunch of people that are confused, looking around. The boss just left.
16.
I'm gonna-
But still, yeah, that's one of the only reasons this guy is having this conversation with you. Because his boss left.
I'm gonna message
Yeah,
Melody
also
real quick
16.
and be like, "Are we leaving Citadel here with them?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
13.
13.
25.
Nothing is forever.
What did you say?
I mean, there are some things that are
What do you get?
16.
16. Okay. What'd you get, Mom?
17.
Okay. Damn.
Look at us being a little stealthy group.
Yeah, that's
Fine.
fine. As they
First
kind of
being stealthy, just all backing up.
just kind of as they're all sitting here, but at this kind of moment there's this pressure gaining. Please bring him here. He's got to do something. We've got to get out of. In a synchronized motion, as a hand pulls out with Amba this little cube, and he goes to push down. He looks up as Cyril twists his hand around to notice a pale hand just peeled over his shoulder. And as it grips down and crushes his blades of his arm, yanks him into the abyss.
Cool.
Outside the cabin. We'll end there.
What the fuck was that? What the hell?
So they took Amba away?
No, Amba's there. It grabbed Citadel.
Okay.
No, you guys teleported away.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like,
We ran away.
No, sorry, I was like,
sorry if that wasn't clear.
I thought that I might have just misunderstood. I thought you were saying we were about to teleport.
And then they grabbed him.
And then they
No,
grabbed
Citadel was saying,
Amba.
please don't, and he looked over and he saw this hand.
Oh,
was
okay. I
gripping
thought
his
that was
shoulder.
Amba that it looked.
Sorry, that wasn't very clear. Well, that kind of ruined that moment.
Well, I don't know. That might have just been me on
Shit!
I got you.
I was like,
But no, you guys, as just this faint spray of blood splashes you from the grip of this entity pushing pressure on this shoulder, you guys bamf and are standing right outside of Aramel's cabin in Alginasha,
Alright.
silently.
Alright.
Well, they're fucked.
Well, guess we have to make another trek across the desert. That fortress is fucked.
Thank you, friends.
Do we know, like... Because the only thing I can think of is the, like, things that we fought in that one town. Is that what they look like?
Oh,
Is
the
it
Ashmen?
Yeah.
Um,
Or is this different?
So they didn't destroy all the bodies.
I guess that can be a question for next session.
Dylan just recently got a little more sweet, little fresh.
could be
Oh,
anything.
French, at the start of the game, we established that the bodies don't die, they come back to life, and then something moan and kills somebody. That's not lore dump, that's just zombie 101. I know.
That's just. It's clearly dead, therefore it's clearly coming back.